All right, what's up, y'all? Jerry here, and we are back with another daily live stream. And we're not wasting any time, man. We're hopping in because we are already in an eliminator draft. We are at pick 8, just a few picks away. And happy Sunday, y'all. No better way to start our day than with some drafts, some nice plus EV in this lobby without all of you in here yet. So we'll get it while we can. We're doing an eliminator. Going to be ripping a lot of eliminators today and probably for the next week or two because this contest is going to fill very, very fast. And I'm just over 50%. It's almost 50% full. And we're starting our day with St. Brown. No better way to start. Come on now. We know we like our running backs in the eliminator, but getting the elite receiver in Amon-Ra St. Brown also just makes me feel so warm and fuzzy. How we doing, Emo Cowboy in here? We got the Toxic Tower too. Hey, shout out to the Toxic Tower, man. 1,000 subscribers. Had a great stream yesterday. No one's doing it like that, man. Muted Big Dog. Who's doing it, man? We do our Big Dog Roulette over here, and we will get to that after this, but they did a $500 draft where they were getting paid to be muted. Absolutely hilarious. And my goodness, in this eliminator, we see AJ Brown and Drake London both pulled up to 12. Not something you see very often. So, we almost got Jefferson. Dude. All right, we'll take Derrick Henry, sure. Wow, we almost got St. Brown, Justin Jefferson. This guy started Ashton Genty, Justin Jefferson, which, my goodness, is also quite nice. But we are getting some value today, my friends. What's up, Chris? How we doing? Lou, great to see you. And man, if y'all didn't see, I posted a tweet late last night at, almost 3 a.m. with a BBM I was drafting. And my goodness, I woke up this morning and it had like 8K views. I'm like, what the hell? But I got a Puka, Drake London, Brock Bowers at pick 28 draft. Absolutely incredible way to start a BBM. And the people seem to agree. Man, I've done way too many BBMs. I need to cool it, but I can't help myself on these like Friday nights, Saturday nights, man. The value is just way too sweet. And I'm just realizing as well that I think I'm in some slow drafts that I've been ignoring. I have 6 minutes to make this pick, so I probably should. It's in round 16. What do I even need? I probably need a receiver. Looks like I need a receiver. Let's go ahead and just take Tank Dell. Sure. He's been a fun player to take recently. Let's do that. And what's our next one? 1 hour away? Okay, we can wait. We'll hop back in this eliminator draft. Got a little St. Brown, Derrick Henry start. Pretty fun. Derrick Henry goes a lot higher in this than he does in other contests. And man, I do not have much of him in other contests, but getting him in the eliminator feels much better. So I'll take my shares here. Emo asking how the weekend's been. Honestly, a little non-existent, man. It's been a little dull because it's been raining here. First time been like a little rainy weekend. So kind of just, catching up on some things, doing the boring stuff, but also necessary. And I'm going to go ahead and just take Josh Jacobs. I don't think he's getting suspended. Getting that second running back when I already have St. Brown just feels so good. Best ball Q, how we doing? Yeah, I saw that fire start to the team. Man, I also got Travis Etienne at pick like 45. And then Luther Burden in the 5th round. Incredible team. Yeah, the weekend drafts. The late night weekend drafts, man, are where the EV is found. And I've been doing most of my drafts at that time, like this year. A lot of late night drafts and a lot of them on weekends as well. Dude, I didn't even notice we were in the same slow chihuahua. But yeah, Bootie's been one of my favorite clicks in the last 2 rounds recently. Just looking at those guys, I feel like he has the best outs just to being like a good viable pick to make that's gonna hit your lineup frequently. Igbuka goes right before us. I'm looking at Garrett Wilson, Cam Scatterbo, DeAndre Swift, Tet McMillan, Jalen Waddle. What direction do I want to go with here? I'm actually going to go with Tet. I just kind of like him this year. I know he has Bryce Young. I know they're probably not going to pass the ball all too much, but I like Tet. What can I say? He has an early bye week, which isn't the best either, but it's not like Garrett Wilson really has a better quarterback. He is more talented, though, for sure. Yo, what's up, Case? How we doing? Nathan just started Gibbs, Bowers, Nico. Dude, something's in the water today, man. I don't know what's going on, but something about this weekend. People are getting some good drafts. So, yeah, definitely get in these streets today. Emo said he didn't notice, so he went to see how how his booty got stolen, and it was me. I'm sorry, man. That's the difficult part. You know, drafting with people who are also, tapped in, it gets tough. That's why we see in this draft, we're already gotten off to a real nice start. Join this lobby before we started streaming, and St. Brown, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Tet. Pretty nice way to start my team. Gonna be happy with it. Chris got a pretty big prize for a number 1 for your league. Hey, good luck, man. Lock in. I like drafting me some BBMs at this time of year. I'm a big early drafter. I'm not saving too many bullets for August, really. Like in August, I'm probably gonna have like 25 bullets, which most people they want like 75. They want most of their drafts there, but I don't know, man. I like taking my chances early. Yeah, what is the pretty big prize, Chris? We're curious to know. Emo saying is I'm having a hard time taking Tet at cost. I totally get it. I'm kind of just betting on the second year breakout pretty much. And Tootin right here feels like a smash. Take our third running back, 6 picks past ADP. If he is just the guy there, then that's a phenomenal cost, phenomenal price. And he's been getting great reports in camp. I was really low on Tootin, kind of like the whole offseason. But in the past like month and a half, maybe I've been getting my shares back up because he's been getting good coach speak. They still have not brought anyone else in. Chris Rodriguez has had his foot issue. So I'm taking my shares of Tootin. And we see Pollard and Warren go off the board right after. If JMO comes back to me, I will be ecstatic. $1,000 prize, $100 buy-in. That's not bad. It's a nice little chunk of change. Travioli not taking a lot of Tet. I might need to like slow down on the Tet, honestly. I don't know how much I have in the Eliminator. I have more in other contests, but I might need to slow down. That range just doesn't feel good at all, though. Like, honestly, when I'm looking at the guys that go end of round 3, early 4, you can poke holes in a lot of these guys. And second-year receiver, offensive rookie of the year, 8th overall pick, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns as a rookie. I'm just kind of betting on that guy to get better. Now, right here, we see Carnell Tate still here, and I think that will be my pick. Tyler Warren's an option as well, but I always feel comfortable getting tight ends later. Let's take a falling Carnell Tate. I just love taking falling value, as always. Get some ADP value, and like the title says, avoid some of these landmines. Drafting can be pretty simple. You avoid landmines, you draft a good structure, make it make sense with the bye weeks, and find a couple stacks along the way. And you'll probably do pretty good. There are some potential landmines on this team, though. I will say Josh Jacobs could be one. Tootin very well could be one. Ted McMillan could be one. A lot of these guys are hard to find because, man, they could absolutely smash or completely crush your team, but it's kind of what we're drafting for. Not drafting to get, min cash over here. And even in the eliminator too, you have to survive the first 3 weeks before you even get your $10 back, which sounds really easy. You just got to win 3 head-to-head matchups, but it's tough, man. There's like what, over 200,000 teams in this, something like that. Let's see. Yeah, almost 200,000 entrants into this contest. Almost 50% filled already too. This eliminator is going to fill so fast, so going to be ripping a bunch today. Brian Thomas all the way at 74. Yeah, I don't like Brian Thomas in the eliminator. Kind of want some guys that are going to be a little more predictable and give a little more consistency. Brian Thomas doesn't really strike me as that archetype. Other people have made me take him, though. I know Kurt Rambis and Nice and Blunt have both making me take some Brian Thomas. But like Jay Wills in the one hole, takes Parker Washington above him, which I'm in favor of. Almost got Jalen Hurts to fall back. That would have been incredible. Jordan Tyson is another guy who goes so late in this contest compared to others, and it's because he's a rookie. I think on this team, though, I can afford it. I'm pushing quarterback and I'm pushing tight end, but when I have St. Brown, it gives me a lot longer of a leash with the other players that I can draft because I really do expect him to hit my lineup, 90% of weeks. Ted McMillan, too, we're making a big bet on him as well. So taking Tate and Tyson on the same team, not something I will typically do in this contest because they're probably going to start off slow just because they're rookies. Tyson's still getting helped along a little bit from his injury as well. But St. Brown and Tet, I think, can definitely help pick it up. Plus, Henry, Jacobs, and Tootin, very, very strong running back room still. Now, if Herbert or Trevor, Herbert goes. If Trevor comes back to me, I'm probably just going to take him here as my first quarterback. It does stack with Tootin, which isn't bad correlation. I know Parker Washington and Brian Thomas are on the other side of me. And yeah, Trevor Lawrence is here. I think that's an easy pick. Receivers, we're looking at Alec Pierce, Mekhi Lemon, Josh Downs, Jordan Addison. Not really interested. Rachaad White's the only running back. Tucker Kraft is there at tight end, but I'm not super into him in the eliminator. Might start off a little slow with the ACL too. So just locking up our first quarterback a little past ADP with Tootin feels really solid right there. And we continue to see these running backs go early. Rachaad White pick 90. I considered taking Harvey or Corum above Tyson, but when I already have Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, and Bashal Tootin, that feels pretty strong. Feels pretty strong to me. And I'm curious to see what other contests are even available for the NFL right now. There is BBM, Eliminator, Badge Bros Brawl, Slow Puppy, and then the high stakes. So, yeah, it's mainly just BBMs and Eliminators. And then Badge Bros Brawl is something completely different. So is Weekly Winners. Man, might be a good time to draft some BBMs if y'all have not already, because a lot of people, there's no puppies available, no cheap contests. A lot of casuals might be entering some BBMs, which could be why I got such a sick start last night. And I will go over that full team after this, by the way. We will also hop in some big dog roulette. Maybe it just happens to fill. You never know on a Sunday afternoon. You never know. And yeah, rip some eliminators today. I've done 79, I think. Let me see for sure. Yeah, 79 eliminators. I got a lot to go and not a lot of time to do it. I have actually thought about joining some slows for the eliminator. I don't like slow drafts, but if I join them now, then I'll actually have, the full 8-hour clock for the entire draft. If you join the slows like right before it fills, you're probably going to end up with some 4-hour clocks, which is not so fun. You end up autoing some picks and never really feels good. Tucker Kraft fell to 100 in this draft. Laporta got drafted above Kraft, which is interesting to see. Jonathan Brooks here at 101. He's been a big riser. Ricky Pearsall off the board. If Jordan Mason is there, I think it's probably just a pick. If not, do I want Jordan Mason or do I want one of these tight ends? Harold Fanning, Kyle Pitts. I'm leaning the tight end, actually. And Kyle Pitts has just been my preferred pick. So I'm going to stick with that today, which I'm wondering, man, even though Harold Fanning plays for the Browns, is he just a better pick in the eliminator? I mean, he's just kind of the safety blanket in Cleveland, is he not? Really no competition. Might be a little scarce on touchdowns, but even last year when they didn't score a lot, he got 6 receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing. Pretty dang good. Might have to take a little more Harold Fanning. I don't have much of him just because I like Pitts more than him and they go right next to each other. But I'm thinking in the eliminator, Fannin might actually be a bit nicer of a click. Now, with this next one, I could look at my second quarterback. I think taking Goff right here is probably just the smartest thing to do. I do like Wandale. I do like JCM. But quarterbacks go at a premium. We do have late options to stack as well with like Bryce Young, Cam Ward, and Tyler Shuck. But I probably want 3 quarterbacks anyways, given that it's an eliminator. If I do just end up with Trevor and Goff, though, really not the worst. So feeling pretty good about this team. It's very balanced. I'm wondering about the Kyle Pitts thing, though. I'm wondering if he is maybe not as good of a pick in this format. Emo saying, I have a sneaking suspicion of the same for Eliminator. Worse offense, but more likely lead target earner. So probably best for consistent volume if his groin's okay. Just hard not to take a Stefanski tight end. Yeah, dude, that's my exact thought process. Like you get Harold Fanning's old head coach going to Atlanta with Kyle Pitts, and Kyle Pitts is still so young. Like he's been in the league for like 5 years now, but he's 25. Like he's so young, and he was such a good prospect coming out. We often see tight ends take a long time to develop, and when you look at target competition in Atlanta, there's no one else. There's Drake London, there's Kyle Pitts, and there's Bijan. Really, who else are you throwing the ball to? Are you really throwing it to Jahan Dotson 5 times a game? Or like rookie Zachariah Branch? I don't know. But it just makes me like Kyle Pitts. And even more than Laporta. Honestly, if I'm doing one draft in like a best ball mania, I'm taking Kyle Pitts over Tucker Kraft. I know it sounds crazy, but like, is it? Funny enough, when these contests first opened in January, like I drafted the very first day these came out. Kyle Pitts was going in the 4th round, which is nuts. So is Drake May. Hey. Hey. Cat thinks he can start scratching the couch. Nuh-uh. Sorry. Okay, a bunch of tight ends go off the board. Tyler Shuck is still here. Why not, dude? Why not just take my third quarterback now? Let's see if we can land this plane. I feel really good about my running backs and receivers still and my tight end. So maybe we can push one of these running backs around the turn. If not, come away with one of these receivers or a Dallas Goddard. We have a lot of options, but why not just take Tyler Shuck right there? I want 3 quarterbacks. We have all 3 different bye weeks. All of them are stacked up, at least in some way. And hopefully we can get some good value at the skill position players for the rest of this. Nathan saying he's loving that DK ADP. Interesting. Maybe I actually could hop in some DK later today. I haven't done DK in a little while, and I still want to get in a few more of those milli makers. I think I've done 24 milli makers, which isn't a lot. I don't plan on maxing it though. And what's up, Fantasy Fitness? Yo, how we doing? Happy Sunday. Great to see you in here. And I think we could get Tyron Tracy on the way back. This guy in front of us already has 5 running backs. Would I prefer Shaheed Coker or Goddard, though? Coker, I already have Tet, so I'm not really too interested in getting both of them on the same eliminator. Goddard, I like, but I can get a lot of other tight ends later. Tyrone Tracy, I still just like a lot. And I might start off the year a little faster if Scat does happen to get eased in a little bit. So getting Tracy as our 4th running back makes me feel really solid there. All different bye weeks as well. Loving it. Oh, sorry. I got an alarm going off. These are amateur hours right here. My goodness. Anyways, lock in. Okay, Rashid Shaheed goes. Dallas Goddard off the board as well. I'm happy to see more quarterbacks go. Daniel Jones already gone too. And yeah, after we took Shuck, we see Willis Darnold and Cam Ward all off the board. So I'm very happy taking Shuck where I did. I mean, Aaron Rodgers goes at like 150 in the eliminator pretty often. So getting Shuck at 128 feels pretty nice. Let's do a little recap. We have a 3-4-4-1 in this eliminator draft. We have Trevor Lawrence, Jared Goff, and Tyler Shuck. Running backs, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Bashal Tutin, Tyrone Tracy. Receivers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Ted McMillan, Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson, and then Kyle Pitts at tight end. Might mix in a little more Harold Fannin in the eliminator. And we definitely need to catch up at receiver having 2 rookies. But St. Brown just makes it feel okay. Okay, let's see. Some nice tight ends are still available. Hunter Henry, Juwan, Strange, Gadsden. It's interesting to see Henry and Juwan going above Strange and Gadsden in the eliminator because it's the opposite in other formats. I can probably push one of them if I want to draft my receiver first. But at the same time, I just like getting Debo on the way back. I think I'd choose my tight end, and then I just take Debo. We can take Brenton Strange to stack with Lawrence, or we can take Juwan Johnson to stack with Shuck. I think I'm going to go Strange. He got a massive contract. The only other stack we have with Trevor is Bashal Tutin. So let's get his tight end pass catcher right there. I'm happy with that. And if I end up with just Kyle Pitts and Brenton Strange, I'm fine with just those 2 as my tight ends as well. So I think I'm looking at receiver no matter what with my next pick. Let's get rid of Gadsden. To me, it's either Jalen Naylor or Debo Samuel. Debo is one of my higher drafted receivers in this contest. If Naylor's still there, though, at 161, I think I'll lean Naylor just because right now he is like the wide receiver one on his team or number two, but at least he's on a team, unlike Debo, still unsigned, which, come on, man. Debo, Diggs, Keenan, can y'all just sign already, please? Like, please just sign already. Okay, perfect. Naylor falls to 161. That feels like a really good number 5, and maybe there's a chance Debo even falls back to us. We can hope. But really happy getting Naylor there as our 5th receiver. Feeling really good about this team. If I wanted to, I probably could even stop at 4 running backs. It would feel thin, but Henry, Jacobs, Toot, and Tracy, honestly, not a bad 4. Like Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, you assume these guys are just going to get a ton of volume, which can be enough to hit your lineup alone. And then Tootin, I mean, we're making a bet that he's just the one in Jacksonville. And then Tracy, we're pretty much just making a bet against Scatabo, which feels pretty good. Although I do actually have a surprising amount of Cam Scatabo in the Eliminator. Let's look at my Giants exposure in general. Wow, Tyrone Tracy is my highest drafted running back in this, 22.8%. I do have 9% Scatabo, though. All right, 9% Cam Scatabo in the Eliminator. We're actually above market or pretty much right at it. And then lower on all the other Giants, which sounds about right. Only 1 share of Neighbors. And I don't know how to feel about Neighbors, man, because it seems like people are getting confident drafting him again, which is really interesting. Really interesting just to see the hive mind at work, because the amount of groupthink is pretty funny to see. Everyone's like out on Neighbors saying, you know, we're going to draft him when he's in the 5th. And then, you know, report comes out that he's probably not getting placed on pup or just not getting placed on pup. And now everyone's back in. He's going to get steamed back up to the 3rd. Maybe if that's the case, I didn't take enough shares mid 4th. I'm always trying to push like the falling value. It's one reason I still don't am underweight on Jacobs, even though I think Jacobs is a good price. I've kind of just been hoping he's falling further, but doesn't seem like it. Okay, this could actually be a Zach Charbonnet team. There's a ton of tight ends still available if I wanted to push it. Trey Harris is there at receiver. You know what? Why not take Charbonnet? I think I can afford the 0 for half the season and make a late push at 176 as my 5th running back. I think it feels fine. There's a ton of tight ends still available to take as a 3rd. And then looking at the receivers, Trey Harris, Antonio Williams, DeJon Stribling, Zachariah Branch, all these guys are similar bets. So I might as well just take the guy who is going to give me the most upside if I make it far into this. Best ball Cuban drafted Neighbors in the 4th. F the groupthink. Yeah, always F the groupthink, man. It's interesting for me, though, because I'm a lot more tapped in this year in that way than in years past, just because this is my first year like streaming and everything. And it's also my first year having Twitter. So, all right, man. Kenyon Sadiq is still here, which is kind of nuts. Do I just take Kenyon Sadiq at 185? It's either him or Trey Harris. You know what? I have like no Kenyon Sadiq. If I'm ever going to take him, it's going to be 20 picks past ADP. So let's do it. Pick 185. That one's for you, BBG. This one's for you. Maybe he's not Eric Ebron. Man, if anyone didn't see the stream that I did with BBG, it was a ton of fun. We had a great stream and drafted some really sick teams too. But Yeah, Kenny Zeke was a real fun talking point, man. He got pretty quiet when he brought up the Eric Ebron rookie stats. Yo, what's up, Chad? Yo, great to see you in here. Hey, Chad, we've been trying to stream together, man. If you're able to actually hop on right now and you want to just, come hop on right now, you're welcome to. I'll send you a link, man. But definitely try and tap in with Chad. It's gonna happen, man. Early August, I'll have more time and I'll be available early morning. I will wake up super early just to stream with Chad. It's gonna happen. But hey, if you're available right now and you want to hop on, more than welcome to. We're finishing up this eliminator. We have two more picks. It looks like we're going to be drafting two receivers. We have a 3-5-5-3 right now. I'm definitely done at quarterback, definitely done at tight end, definitely done at running back. And I think I'm just going to make like the two picks that I've been making all the time in the last two rounds. Like Kayshon Boutte and Keenan Allen have kind of just become like my two safety blanket clicks where they feel really comfortable. Although honestly, Antonio Williams, Dejon Striblin, and Zachariah Branch are really enticing to me in the eliminator. Just getting a guy, Striblin's the most interesting to me. I'm not really interested in, okay, he goes, unfortunately. Antonio Williams, not so much. I want to see if someone signs in Washington first. Zachariah Branch, I already have Pitts. I don't know if I want double Atlanta, but Boutte, Keenan Allen, kind of just been some nice safety blanket clicks. We're talking about a little bit earlier about Kayshon Boutte. And yeah, I'm just going to take him here again. And then Keenan Allen, too. I think getting Keenan Allen makes a ton of sense on this team, especially when I have Carnell Tate and Jordan Tyson. Because if he just helps me for the first like 4 or 5 weeks of the season, that might be all we need to get the ball rolling. And maybe he can help cover for like St. Brown and Tets early bye weeks. And then late in the season, we get Jordan Tyson, Carnell Tate proving to be, top 10 picks. Zach Charbonnet comes back and our team is rolling. So I quite like how this first draft turned out. And this is what happens, man, when we can avoid drafting with some of you guys sometimes. As much as I love it, we definitely get better teams in other lobbies, man. All right, we're gonna make our last pick with Keenan Allen. I do like these rookies though. Like the Zachariah Branch bet in the eliminator, I think is a ton of fun because there is a chance that he is just good from the start of the season, especially with all the uncertainty in Atlanta. So I like taking him, but when we already have Tate and Tyson, getting Keenan Allen round 18 is just a perfect balance. And man, I really like how this team turned out. I think we took some chances. It ended up a little thin towards the end, but it's kind of how I want to play it. So let's review this team. We got a 3-5-7-3. If you're a projected points, bro, if you love projected points, we got 29, 29, 50. So high projection right there if you actually care about that. Quarterbacks, we got Trevor Lawrence, Jared Goff, and Tyler Shuck. Nice stacks with Trevor. We got him with Tootin and Strange. Jared Goff, we got stacked up with St. Brown, and then Tyler Shuck stacked up with Jordan Tyson. Running backs, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Bayshell Tootin, Tyron Tracy, and Zach Charbonnet. I think our top four can really help carry us along for most of the season. And then Zach Charbonnet, even if he comes after his bye week, if we make it that far, I think it could really, really help this team. Receivers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tet McMillan, Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson, Jalen Naylor, Kayshon Boutte, and Keenan Allen. I might have to cool it on the Tet a little bit. I'm going to check my exposure in the eliminator after this. But he's one that, yeah, maybe in the eliminator I might be interested in less because might not be too consistent just being on the Panthers. Definitely was not the most consistent last year. Although hopefully in like the, power slot position as he's been, said to be playing, hopefully that just sees a lot more volume and consistency comes from that. That's my hope anyways. Tight ends, Kyle Pitts, Brent Strange, Kenyon, Sadiq. I'm pretty out on Sadiq, but if you're going to give him to me at 185 after Terrence Ferguson already got drafted, yeah, I'm going to take Kane Sadiq round 16. Truly no downside in that. And glad I did because there's not really any tight ends that came back to me. So, yeah, I passed on what? Trey Harris because of him. I think that's fine, especially as a third. That one's for you, BBG. Now, really, really nice first draft. Here's what we're going to do. I want to show you guys this Best Ball Mania that I drafted late last night because it's incredible. And then we're going to hop in some big dog roulette. And if it doesn't fill, we'll hop in another eliminator. So looking at this BBM, this is number 123. Okay, I've done a lot. But when I get a team like this is why I like drafting volume early. Let's look at the draft board. We got pick 4. Started out Puka Nacua, Drake London, and yes, Brock Bowers, pick 28. My goodness. Not to mention, we got Travis Etienne, 45, and then Luther Burden, 52. So what's really nice about this is early on, maybe in the first like week or two of the contest, you could have gotten like Bowers slipping to the third round, but almost never happens anymore. And then Travis Etienne has only recently started falling to the fourth. And then Luther Burden has only recently started falling to the fifth as well. So this is really a start that you can only get right now, and I don't think you're gonna get again because Brock Bowers, he's never fallen this far, man. And yeah, we took Caleb to stack with Burden round 6, and then we got Marvin Harrison to fall all the way back to us round 7, which is really nice because I was actually considering taking Marv in round 6 and then hoping Caleb fell back. So still got the 2 guys I wanted, and also a nice little week 17 stack with Brock Bowers. Rico Dowdle at 93 as our second running back. Perfect. Here's the fork in the road. I took Dobbins at 100. This is probably the most questionable pick of the whole draft. I know a lot of people are really in on Jonathan Brooks. He goes right after. Maybe Jonathan Brooks could have been better. Rashad White, Kenny Gainwell. I also considered, I quite like Kenny Gainwell. I ended up just going with Dobbins, though, to help give me some points and a little bit of stability when I'm pretty much doing a hero running back with Travis Etienne, who I don't love already. So played it a little safe with Dobbins. Hopefully he can stay healthy for us. But we get Wandale on the way back, 117. Jordan Mason, 124. Really nice fall on him. And then Cam Ward as our second quarterback to stack up with Wandale. Keaton Missile, a little fall at 148. Bigsby is my 6th. I love. We got the Zaza to stack with Bowers. Pat Fryermuth as our second tight end. And then just like in the last draft, my 2 favorite picks that I've been making at the end of drafts recently have been Kayshon Boutte and Keenan Allen. And it just feels pretty comfortable to me. So, yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite teams. We got value all over at different parts of the draft. And the first 5 picks you really can't replicate. Also, a little week 17 with Atlanta and New Orleans right there. A little Pittsburgh and Tennessee. Even technically a little New England, Denver. So really, really loving that team. Had to flex it. Now let's see if we can get in a big dog. Y'all know big dog roulette. We're going to join. And man, if it fills 12 out of 12, we're stuck. If not, we're going to leave. Let's see. Will today be the day? Big dog roulette. Oh my goodness, it's close. Waiting for 5. Waiting for 5. I'm telling you, man, these weekend streams are when it might actually happen. Might actually happen. But let's hop in an eliminator. If you want to join, we are about to enter right now. Come on in. We're waiting for 5 in the eliminator. Appreciate you, Best Ball Q. Yeah, it's definitely a nice team. And who knows what happens in the BBM playoffs? Like that one's really questionable. But one reason why I really like getting a unique team like that is because no one's really talking about the regular season prize either. Like we have the, 2 million to first in BBM, but we also have the regular season breakdown, you know? First place, like total points. This is weeks 1 to 17, or is it 1 to 14? No, it's 1 to 14. Yeah, so this is weeks 1 to 14. If you're the highest scoring team, you get 100K. So getting a really, really unique team is important for total points contests. So, hey, might just be a 100K team as well. Would love to see it. All right, we got this eliminator filled. Y'all always fill it very quick. I don't expect this to be as easy as a draft as we did in the last one, but should be fun nonetheless. And if you're in here, let me know. We got the Docs, King Calorie. How we doing? DJ, Drowsy, Sanka's in here. Man, I'm wondering how Sanka doesn't have a badge because I swear I see Sanka. He hops in my drafts a lot, but I also see him in my drafts off stream. I think I was in one of them with him last night off stream as well. I'm wondering how you don't have a badge yet. Must be pretty new, but still in these streets heavy. But I've actually heard quite a few stories from the people in the chat saying, last year was their first year where they did 5, 10, 15 teams, and now they're doing 200, 300. So the bug gets you quick, man. What's up, Drew? How we doing? Booty has the Michael Wilson profile through year 3. I hope so, man. Although, was Michael Wilson a year 3 breakout last year, or was year 4 last year? I think year 3 was last year, whereas Booty just had year 3 and going into year 4, but his rookie year was also literally nothing. And I like some Booty, man. I like some Booty. I like some Booty. And he also has outs to getting traded and finding himself in a favorable position. And man, I'm going to be boring and take St. Brown again. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. I love getting Amon-Ra St. Brown in the eliminator. Only downside is that he has a week 6 bye week. But really like how our last draft turned out. And I mean, if we can get something similar, like if you get St. Brown to start and then 3 running backs through 5 rounds, it feels really, really strong. And man, I think we might just do a real long stream today. Might do a real long stream and just rip a ton of eliminators. So if y'all have not done so, do me a favor, go down, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Even if you're not new, see if you're subscribed because a lot of people might not actually be subscribed when they think they are. So hit that button. We're trying to get 500 by the start of the NFL draft. And we're drafting some great teams, man, every single day. That's what we do around here. Booty came into the league a year younger as well. Yeah, he was also like a really late draft pick because of like some off the field issues and immaturity, I think. So as he gets older, if his brain's just developing more and, he's going to have his head on straight because of that, then yeah, he's definitely still got room to improve. I know he went to LSU as well. All right, I'm taking Amari and Hampton here. Pretty easy pick for me. I do really like Chase Brown. In fact, if I had one draft, I'm taking Chase Brown ahead of Hampton, but this is an eliminator. And one thing that's really important in this contest is bye weeks. And Amon-Ra St. Brown has a week 6 bye. Chase Brown, Devon Achane, the other 2 running backs available, they also both have week 6 byes, whereas Hampton, week 7, gives us a little bit of diversity there. And we like that. Stockton saying we like butt. Yes. Yes, we do. Yo, what's up, Vitrano? How we doing? How we doing? Great to see you. I know you were in the same BBM draft, trying to get in with the Toxic Tower boys last night. I did. I was watching their stream. It was a really entertaining one, and I tried hopping in a BBM as well because I felt like it'd be some plus EV. I mean, these boys are out here muting each other and vetoing each other's picks. So yeah, fun time with the Toxic Tower boys, and you might just see your boy on there soon too. Might just happen. We'll see. All right, looking at this draft board, nothing too crazy going on. We see Genty pulled up to 5, but it's really not that uncommon. King Calorie with a nice little Bijan Drake London start. Very interesting in the Eliminator, getting the double Falcons. I like it. I like it. I think a lot of people might not like the teammates, but hey, you're just making a bet on the Falcons, and it's unique. So anytime you can get something a little unique, then you should feel good about it. That's what he watches when he works on his content. Yeah, there you go, man. Getting the fantasy mindset. Perfect. Yeah, we got a great community out here, man. And Travis Etienne goes at 28 over here. Interesting to see because he's been falling like crazy, but people get really running back thirsty in this contest. And Trey McBride goes again. It's gonna seem boring, but I am just gonna take Josh Jacobs again. I'm interested in taking David Montgomery ahead of Josh Jacobs, but I think for now it just has to be Jacobs. And I'm gonna feel good about it. So same start as we had in the last draft, except instead of Henry, we got Hampton. So a little different there. And I really don't mind drafting similar teams like back to back. I think a lot of people, you do a couple drafts in a row and you get like similar draft position. I think it's bad to draft similar teams or similar players back to back. I don't think so. I think it's fun because I can just, if I went right one way, I can go left this time and just get a little different variation. For example, like last time we took Tet, I'm not going to be taking Tet in this draft. I was going to say Dave Montgomery would be really nice. If we could get Igbuka or Higgins, that would be fun. Igbuka would be my preferred pick. Although I might actually consider just pulling up a running back here too. I think I might take Igbuka or Swift. Looking at the receivers, Ladd is still here. Okay, Tech goes. Igbuka's still here at 40. He's been a riser. I'm going to take him when he falls, the rare time he falls. So pretty easy pick right there. And nice little fun start. St. Brown, Hampton, Jacobs, Igbuka. A little different from the last draft. It's kind of funny. The guy next to us named Extras. He took the guys that we took in the last draft. He took Derrick Henry and Tet. So forced us to get a little different, which I am happy about. But Toronto saying he's happy to start dipping into the community more. Been a long form content production guy more so than a live stream guy. So it's nice to see a big community. Yeah, for sure, man. And respect for making the long form videos with the editing and stuff, because that's tough. Wow, Tootin goes at 45 here. Tootin goes at 45. We got him at what, 56 in our last draft or 57, something like that. Incredible. Incredible. But yeah, the live stream community is definitely a fun one. And I'm brand new to it this year. So everyone has definitely welcomed me very quickly, which I'm happy about. Stockton asking about my neighbor's exposure. Have I been taking him at 3-4 turn, 400 drafts in? You have a full fade, and now you're scared. I don't have a full fade. I don't have a ton. I think I wish I took him in the mid 4th a little more. I've just been kind of hoping he falls to the 5th. But seems like that's probably not happening. Let's see. Neighbors, 5.8%, 22 teams out of 382. In the eliminator specifically, I've done 80 drafts now, and I have him on one team. Would I consider taking him at 57? Will be the question. He is still available, and I think I would. If Neighbors is there, I think I would take him. Lamar is also really nice. Henderson, if he falls to 57, Henderson's a little tricky in the eliminator. I don't like him as much, but might just be best player available. DJ Moore is also a nice pick. We're 2 picks away. If Neighbors is still there, when I have St. Brown, again, if I have St. Brown, I feel like it gives me much more ability to get a little thinner at wide receiver. Lamar is still there too, though. Lamar is tough to pass up on at 57. Okay, Lamar gets taken. Malik Neighbors is staring at me right here. He might go up in value. He might fall more in the eliminator, but at 57, I'm taking him. It's the end of a tier. Like if JMO was still there, I have a hard time taking Malik Neighbors over JMO. If Burden or Loveland or Adams are still there, I have a hard time taking Neighbors. Even if Lamar was still there, it might be hard not to take Lamar, but end of the tier, who am I really passing up on to not get Neighbors? I don't know. And then would I take him at 64? Yeah, I would. So there's a good chance whoever I would have taken at 57 over Neighbors falls back to me at 64 anyways. So I'll take Neighbors there. Second eliminator team with Neighbors, and I think both of them are at like 57 or 58. So I'm willing to take him there. Hey, Vitrano, looking to hit 1,500 subs. Dude, I didn't even know, man. I'll check out your channel for sure. I don't think I'm familiar with it, so I'll definitely check it out. But hey, help Vitrano hit 1,500 subs, man. That's incredible. I'm trying to get 500. So yeah, you're doing fantastic, man. Okay, do I want a third running back in Jalen Warren? Do I want another receiver or a tight end? Tyler Warren goes. I think Jalen Warren is the easy, safe pick. We can get volume at receiver later. Let's take Jalen Warren. I like feeling comfortable at running back in the eliminator, and I don't expect Rico Dowdle to fall back to me. Chuba Hubbard, I'm pretty out on. Dobbins, I don't feel the best about. Warren still has a ton of upside and catches passes. So let's get our third running back here. 3 receivers as well. I think this is the same structure we started the last draft with, which I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. So yeah, I'm liking this for the eliminator. Yo, what's up, Bukowski? Happy Sunday. Great to see you in here, man. And we are jolly today because we're drafting some great teams. Drafted some great teams last night. And how we doing, Air Jefe? Aloha. Appreciate the luck. And thank you, Vitrano. Glad we can help make some live streams enjoyable. And appreciate you being part of the first 500, man. The first 500 definitely going to have a special place in my heart, you know? Hoping to make that happen. And I haven't committed to anything as far as what I'm going to do yet, but I think I need to do at least like a 10-hour live stream for 500 because probably going to be the last milestone I hit before the start of the season. And I've been thinking about what I want to do, you know, in season content. I think it's going to be a little tough for me to do anything like consistent or honestly putting like that much time and effort into just because I'm going to have a lot more other stuff going on at that time, more traveling and actually just spending time watching football too, which I'm really excited about, but going to be taking a bit of a step back from the YouTube probably do like maybe 1 or 2 live streams a week to check in on the best ball portfolio, check in on some of these eliminator teams. I think it'll be fun to do, but not a daily thing anymore. So really hoping to hit 500 before then so we can have a nice, like fun, long live stream to celebrate. I think it would be really enjoyable. Okay, one pick away. What do I want to do here? I have a lot of options at quarterback, so I'm not feeling pressured to take one here. I might lean towards another running back. Maybe I should have taken a receiver with my last pick, especially when I have neighbors. Maybe I should have. But I do like just feeling strong at running back. Harvey and Dobbins are both here. Corum is there as well. I think I'm going to take RJ Harvey. Receivers, Quentin Johnston, Cortland Sutton, Makai Lemon. I don't know. Let me take Harvey as my fourth running back. We get a different bye week as well, and just a guy with upside. Bare minimum, he should have the same role as he did last year. And if something does happen to Dobbins, I think he would get an expanded role. It sounds like Jonah Coleman would work in as like the direct handcuff to Dobbins, but obviously Harvey's role would increase as well. And the reason I passed on receiver is, man, I'm really leaning into St. Brown and Igbuka. I'm hoping Neighbors comes back sooner than later. So let me just feel really strong everywhere else and hope that we can get our guy on the way back. Really, I put all my eggs into Michael Pittman. Quentin Johnston's still here, though. If Quentin Johnston's there at 88, I might have to take him. We do have Hampton. Herbert goes. QJ or Michael Pittman? Honestly, I know QJ's been going so high in drafts, but Michael Pittman is actually who I like more. If you're asking me straight up, like Michael Pittman or Quentin Johnston, I genuinely like Michael Pittman more. He is my highest drafted player in the Eliminator. I think him and Aaron Rodgers are just gonna, mesh well together. And feels like he's just gonna be a really stable option throughout the whole season, if him and Rodgers stay healthy, where Quentin Johnston could be a little inconsistent. So hopefully to help out neighbors. It's another different bye week as well. Our bye weeks are all really clean, which I love. We do have Jalen Warren, a little bet on Pittsburgh right there, which I like. Air Hefe saying he used to stream a lot a few years ago, might start back up and change your content to fantasy drafting and insight. Interesting. So what'd you stream before? If you didn't stream fantasy football content, I'm curious. Was it like some gaming stuff? Because yeah, the fantasy football space is interesting, man. And now that like we had best ball and we can do like genuine real money drafts all throughout the offseason, it's pretty much built for content. So that makes it easy. Oh, bummer, dude. We see Jackson Darko at 97. I was actually really hoping to get Dart at 105 to stack with neighbors. I thought I had a good chance of it. Unlucky, but that's okay. We have a lot of other options at quarterback. Very, very open to a lot of possibilities at quarterback. Plus, stacking, not really the most important thing. That's also another nice thing about getting Michael Pittman is it opens up Aaron Rodgers for a stack, which when you typically want 3 quarterbacks in the eliminator, I quite like having that as an option. And if you have to take them unstacked, it's fine too, but always does feel a little better stacked. Vitrano saying he never even realized there was such a large streaming community for fantasy football. You've been so ingrained into the long form content. Yeah, it's interesting, man. It's definitely its own little like niche and pocket of the internet, little corner. Okay, what do I want to do here? Jordan Mason, I don't think I can take. Do I want another receiver or do I want to double tap quarterback. I might actually just do that. Let me take Goff right here. I'm going to take Goff right here. I think looking back, I might have passed on Warren, and I might prefer taking a receiver instead of Jalen Warren where I did. I think I might prefer that. We'll see how this draft turns out, though. But I'm planning on double tapping quarterback right here. We took Jared Goff, and I'm going to come back around and probably take Bo Nix or Baker Mayfield. I know it would be a bit of a reach. I really like Wandale too. I don't mind Worthy, but I think just locking up my quarterback is more important right here. We can get more value at tight end. I still need help at receiver with Neighbors. I think I might look back and prefer taking a receiver instead of Jalen Warren. We'll see, though. Never know how this is going to turn out. All right, extras. What are we doing? He takes Romeo Dobbs, so I think my pick is just going to be Bo Nix. It's Bo Nix or Baker Mayfield. I'm taking Nix. Harvey is a bit of a stack. Harvey, like pass catcher, so they do actually stack quite well. And yeah, maybe Baker even falls back to us is pretty much why. I really like Baker Mayfield this year too, though. Air Hefe saying QJ is Timu JMO. Honestly, not that far off. JMO is definitely like you said, Timu JMO. So like little slower. They both are like two of the worst in the league when it comes to drops, which kind of sucks. I'm really hoping JMO improves his ability to catch this year, man, because that was tough last year. He's led the league in drops the last 2 years. Quentin Johnston's definitely dealt with his issues as well. Michael Pittman, though, catches the ball pretty well. And I wish this was like DraftKings where I could pull up game logs just by clicking on the player. But Michael Pittman, before Daniel Jones got hurt last year, was really good. Like, there is a reason he's getting paid like $27 million a year or something like that. M. Stockton, agreeing with us all, prefers his women like he likes his teams. Absolutely stacked. Agreed. The Toronto Saints Josh Downs season, I don't disagree, man. I love Josh Downs this year. I have a ton of him. I've been drafting Josh Downs since early in the big board. When he was going in like the 150s, 160s, I was hammering Josh Downs. I think I had like 27% or something like that before he started to rise when Michael Pittman got traded and Alec Pierce re-signed. But dude, I really like some Josh Downs. Okay, Chris Rodriguez, Tyrone Tracy are still here. I would like to take one of these guys and stop at 5 running backs very easily, but I don't think I can afford it. I'm going to take Dallas Goedert. I need a tight end. Getting Goddard as my first tight end still feels pretty good. And then I think I actually need a receiver on the way back. If Tracy's there, it's going to be hard to pass up on him. But I think I need a 5th receiver first. Although, maybe I can push it. I don't know, though. I need a 3rd quarterback later, too. If I have to stop at 2, I could. We'll see. We'll see who's available. Tyrone Tracy's a little tough to pass up on for me, but I can find a 5th running back later. I don't want to neglect receivers because I'm thinking like Malik Neighbors still might miss the first 4 weeks of the season, so I need to catch up there. And hey, if y'all have not done so already, do me a favor, go down, hit that like button for me, subscribe if you are new. We're streaming every single day around here, having a great time doing it. This is our second eliminator of the day, but we're just going to keep going, man. Might do a real long stream, might even go for like 3-4 hours. So lock in. We're going to be having some fun, and we might even just keep trying to get in a big dog today. It might be big dog day. Might be. All right. Man, Tajay Spears goes. Oh, dude, this is so tough to pass on Tracy. Coker, Diggs. Let me take Coker over. No, give me Diggs. Oh, okay. We took Coker. That's fine. It's kind of fun because we took Tet on the last team with St. Brown. So let's take Coker on this one. My thinking with Coker, like Diggs is just going to be a riser when he signs. But one reason I took Coker is because it also opens up Bryce Young as a third quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is an option. I probably want 3 with Goff and Bo Nix. So it just gives us another option there. And at least he's on a team. At least he's on a team. I'm wondering if like Diggs, I think he's going to be a good price because he's going to rise. But is Debo just a better pick at cost? Is Keenan just a better pick at cost? Like with these guys who are unsigned, I personally think Debo is the best pick at cost out of those 3. He's still like under 30 years old, or he might be 30. Diggs is like 33 now, I think, maybe 34. I don't know. Could be 32. I should probably just look it up, but I'm gonna get the young guy as my 5th, and then maybe you'll get Debo later. Wow, Tracy fell all the way to 143 to King Calorie. Yo, King is crushing this. He also got Worthy at 119. Nuts, dude. Tucker Craft at 95 is really nice. With Loveland, too. Wow. Yo, King Calorie, you are crushing your draft. A little thin at receiver, I will say. A little thin at receiver. I'm sure you know that, though. But you are definitely crushing your draft. I would not be able to pass up on Tracy at 143 either. And then you still get Jalen McMillan. So no receivers going between King Calorie. No surprise. Crushing this draft. Vitrano, also big Tracy guys. 40%. Damn. Jalen Warren also with your biggest share. I'm actually Rico Dowdle over Jalen Warren at cost. I actually prefer Rico going a little cheaper than Jalen Warren, but I take them both. And I think there's a good chance both of them can just pay off their ADP and be good picks. So I'm happy to take both of them. And I also love seeing these tight ends falling. This is very nice for me because I definitely need tight end and I definitely need quarterback, which is why I took Jalen Coker instead of a running back, because I might not even get a chance to take a receiver at this turn. Bryce Young gets taken from me, so don't love that. Although Aaron Rodgers should still be here. Hunter Henry goes. It might be a bit of a reach taking him at 153, but the guy next to me only has 1 quarterback. Sanka has 2. Let's just lock up Rodgers. Be a little boring. If I had like Kyle Pitts as my first tight end, like the last draft, I think I would probably try and push and just take Tua, because I do actually like some Tua. I like some Tua in the eliminator. I think he is just going to be the starting quarterback day 1 and probably for the whole season. Okay, Gadsden goes. Really hoping to get Juwan or Strange as my second tight end. That would feel really nice. I'm feeling pretty good about my team, though. We'll do a little recap. We have a 3-4-5-1. All right, Sanka crushes my dreams. Takes both tight ends, but that was actually his first 2 tight ends, so I can't blame you whatsoever. I would have done the exact same thing. Getting Juwan and Strange as your first 2 tight ends, that feels very good. Very, very nice team from him at the 12. So, do I want Dalton Schultz or do I take another receiver? Juwan Jennings is still here too. Juwan is really intriguing. He falls. Would I rather have Juwan or Debo? Let's go Juwan on this team. I take a ton of Debo. Let's take the guy who's just on a team right now. Maybe Debo even falls back to us. I doubt it, but there's a chance. And Juwan Jennings might just catch some touchdowns in Minnesota, so I'll be happy with that. You're putting that 5 on H-Town to win the Super Bowl. Was that you that has been talking about that before as well? I think so. Someone's been talking about Houston to the Super Bowl. I mean, with that defense, if CJ Stroud can pull it together, if Dave Montgomery can do what I think he can, then it's possible, man. Oh, Vitrano's been ride or die for Warren for 2 to 3 years. Yeah, there's a few of y'all out there, man, that are big, big on the Jalen Warren for a few years now too. I respect it, man. A lot of Jalen Warren truthers for a while. And he has just been good in the league too. I was gonna do a quick recap though before I got distracted by my tight ends being taken. But we have a 3-4-6-1 so far. Jared Goff, Bo Nix, Aaron Rodgers. Feels fine. Running backs, Hampton, Jacobs, Jalen Warren, RJ Harvey. Feels really solid right there. Receivers, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Mecca Igbuka. Malik Neighbors at 57. We did it. We took Malik Neighbors at 57. With Igbuka and St. Brown, though, makes me feel a little more comfortable. And then Michael Pittman, Jalen Coker, Juwan Jennings. Hopefully these three can all help contribute while Neighbors is coming back. And then Dallas Goedert is our only tight end. Hoping to get some nice values at tight end to complete that room. But I like Goddard this year, man. I like Goddard. Sanka saying Jalen Warren is his second highest running back and Tank is first. Tank is actually my first as well. Although Tank actually might be second. It's Tank or Kalen Black. I take a lot of Kalen Black as a dart throw. Let's see. Yeah, Tank is number 1. Black is number 2. Tracy, C-Rod. I'm a little scared on the C-Rod. I've been mixing in more Tootin, though. Gainwell, Dowdle. 16.8% Dowdle I quite like. What's my Warren now, though? I'm curious. Warren, I do have 8.4% Warren, so I'm in on both of them. Jordan Mason, 16. Genty, Love, I'm pretty in on. I will say, though, there's some running backs that I'm fading that have me a little nervous. All right, need tight end still. Tank Bigsby is still there, though. All right, well, I need a 5th running back, and honestly, Tank is just too good of a value to pass up on, so I'm going to take him. 177. I don't have much Tank in the Eliminator because he's probably just a 0 without something happening to Saquon, unless they're just blowing people out. But 177, I'm going to take him there. And we can get a tight end on the way back. Sadiq is still falling, so maybe this is not out of the ordinary for Sadiq to fall to the 180s. We took him in our last draft because he fell to 185. And we might have the option to take him here again. Sean Tucker goes. Am I just going to end up taking Sadiq again? I'm going to hate it, but I probably will. We're 2 picks away. Judy goes. I'm just going to be staring at Ken Sadiq again. And I'm not going to be able to not take him. Even though I hate the pick. But 184, I can't help myself. Okay, he gets taken. We get saved. Dulcich, Gunnar Helm, Pat Fryermuth, Kate Otten, Terrence Ferguson. It's Gunnar Helm or Pat Fryermuth for me. Let's go with Gunnar Helm on this team. Just because I already have Jalen Warren, I already have Michael Pittman. That's 2 Pittsburgh pass catchers already. Let's spread it out a little bit. Get Gunnar Helm. I usually find myself getting a lot of Tennessee Titans as well because I really like Wandale. Cam Ward is a cheap price for what he could do this year. But no Titans on this team. We'll get some Gunnar Helm instead as our second right there. Vetrano with Tracy, Warren, and Swift as his top 3 running backs. Very interesting. Stockton, 97 BBMs, 20% Warren, 13% Rico. A lot of people are in on Pittsburgh this year, which I'm happy to hear of because I quite like on Pittsburgh. 5 on Houston would pay $10K. For the Super Bowl? No way. No way $5 pays $10K. Maybe like 500. Sanka wanted to take Sadiq, but needed that running back. Yeah, I don't like Sadiq, but man, if you give me him in the 180s, like, really, what's the downside there? I know it's just like 15, 20 picks, but makes a difference. You don't need Sean Tucker. I didn't need Sean Tucker on this team. I'd rather take Bigsby over Tucker. Oh, Sanka. Yeah, Sanka takes Tucker. The running backs get thin, though. Yeah. This looks like a Shaheed-ass team. Man, all my teams are usually Shaheed-ass teams. I love Rashid Shaheed. Draft him all the time. All right, tight ends, unfortunately, are completely wiped out. I could take Evan Ingram with Bo Nix. Could take Jake Tongas. But I'll take Colby Parkinson. He's kind of just been my break glass in case of emergency tight end. Because he's probably just going to get some touchdowns again. Don't know when it's going to happen. But I'll take him. Just playing on a great offense. And then we'll finish it off with one more receiver. Yo, what's up, Steven? How we doing? I appreciate the kind words, my friend. May the force be with us. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Trying to get good with the draft gods today. All right. Cooper Kupp goes. We're taking one more receiver. Y'all know who my favorite picks have been. We'll see if Sanka robs us of that. Takes Theo Johnson. I like Theo Johnson as a late tight end. Christian Kirk goes. I'm always just kind of looking at Booty and Keenan. I think on this team, I prefer Keenan. When I have Neighbors as well. I think he's going to play this year. I like Kayshon Booty. But similar to the last draft when we took Keenan to hopefully cover for our rookies, hopefully you can do that today as well in this draft. So we'll take Keenan as our last pick. I think it brings the room together pretty well. Just get a little dusty veteran is fine. James Conner, not a bad round 18 pick either, who goes right after us. Okay. We finished with a 3-5-7-3. We got Jared Goff, Bo Nix, Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Running backs, Omarion Hampton, Josh Jacobs, Jalen Warren, RJ Harvey, Tank, Bigsby. Receivers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Emeka Ikbuka, Malik Neighbors, Michael Pittman, Jalen Coker, Juwan Jennings, and Keenan Allen. Tight ends, Dallas Goedert, Gunnar Helm, Colby Parkinson. Not my favorite tight ends, I will say. But getting Goddard makes me feel pretty good about it. I really like my receivers, and hopefully we can bring Neighbors along for this one, which I think we can. Running backs feel really solid. Quarterbacks all well correlated to and at decent prices. So I like it, man. I like it a lot. First down fantasy saying Sadiq has been his pull-up tight end in best ball because, yeah, I could get the random 3 touchdowns on 30 receiving yards and 3 catches. Maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty out on Sadiq personally. It just doesn't feel good to me. Levernucky saying Houston is plus 2,000, so $5 would pay 100, not 10,000. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. That sounds a bit better. Booty had 600 yards last year. You can get him for free is crazy. Yeah, he's just been getting so much FUD, but I like Booty, man. People are bored of him. King Calorie takes him with the second last pick of the draft. Also has Drake May, so very, very nice pick there. Yeah, I like Booty. I think it's just a fine click. All right, let's see. Let's see what this big dog is at. Can we get in a big dog? Oh my God, waiting for one. Oh my God, leave. Oh, oh my goodness. That scared me. Oh, it almost happened. Oh my goodness. Now my heart's pounding right now, man. Oh gosh. Okay, we're hopping in an eliminator. All right, we're not getting tempted. Brand new lobby. If you want to get in the eliminator, now is the time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, with the LOLs. OMG God, like saying why leave? Cause man, that's the bit. Okay. It's only if it's 12 out of 12 that we do it. Only if it's 12 out of 12. I don't care. I'm not being tempted about waiting for one. Only if it's 12 out of 12. I'll try again after this draft. I'll do it. And if it happens, it happens. But I'm only doing it if it's 12 out of 12. That is the big dog roulette. Plus, hey, 101, yo, this is our reward, okay? We're sticking to the rules, and we get rewarded with the 101 getting Jahmyr Gibbs. But yeah, dude, that was holy, that got my heart pounding, man. And we will try again after this draft, man. We'll send it. We'll send it today on this beautiful Sunday. We were waiting for 5 the first time we did it, and then we were waiting for 1. Oh my God, dude. Way too close. Way too close. Oh man, it's only July. We're doing this until we hit it. So, we still have a whole month. And this big dog is not that close to getting filled. It is 33% filled. So, yeah, 1/3 of the way filled. It's probably going to be open until, the season starts. So, hey, we got Jahmyr Gibbs. We're taking him right here very easily. And y'all know what that means, man. We got to go get the jersey. So we're going to play this little intro song, and we're going to get our jersey. I got to find it, man. Where is it down here? There we go.
Get ready! It's time for Jerry Football! Let's go! You don't want to miss out! Come on and
Oh, hell yeah. Always so much better with the jersey, man. We gotta get it. We gotta get it. And I'm happy to get some Gibbs in the eliminator because, man, I'm underweight. I'm underweight Gibbs in the eliminator, and I don't want to be. Curious to check my exposures. Dude, I still can't believe we were 1 away from the big dog. Almost happened. It almost happened, man. Okay, this is the wrong tournament. What am I doing? Eliminator. I'm at 81 drafts now. Gibbs, 6.2%. Definitely need more. But look at these receivers, man. Michael Pittman in literally 1/3 of my drafts. Debo is up there. Parker Washington's up there. St. Brown, 21%. Wow. Ryan Flournoy, 18. That's a lot. Kind of surprised to see Ryan Flournoy up there so much. Looks like I've been taking a lot of Keenan recently as well. A lot of digs in the eliminator, Coker, Shaheed. I'm taking a lot of receivers just in this range, where those guys seem to go. But I like the values there, man. So if you are in this draft, let me know. We got Alex Faded in here at 4. Underzet's in here at 3. We got Coltrane, UFC Jaguar, Sanka. Hey, if you guys are in this draft, let me know. I feel like we got mostly friends and family in here. It was a brand new lobby. Menabu looks familiar as well. But let me know. Looks like we got a little goat horns guy in here at 5 already. Stash Ride. There we go. All right, nothing too crazy so far. Humsey in the 9 spot starts with the same draft that we got in our last one with a little St. Brown Hampton. Always nice. Yeah, what's up, UCF Jaguar? How we doing, Danimal? Great to see you. Happy Sunday to everyone. And this is our third draft. We're drafting eliminators today, man, but we might be drafting some big dog too. I'm a little afraid to join this again. I can't believe we were waiting for one, man. I'm so tempted just to click it right now too and see it like snap fill, but it's not what we're doing, man. It's not how we're doing it. We're letting fate decide. It has to truly be the 12 out of 12. One away though, my goodness. Oh my god. Okay, let's lock back into this eliminator. Interesting to see Pickens get pulled up with James Cook. Don't mind getting unique, though. Jeremiah Love, Nico Collins, Brees Hall, Kyron. It's a little tough. I like Jeremiah Love. I don't like him in the eliminator, though. I'm going to take Nico. And I think I'm just going to take another receiver as well. Smith or Rice. I've kind of been Devonta Smith over Rashee Rice. I want to take Rice in this one, though. I'm going to take Rashee Rice on this team. And the reason being, it's actually going to be for bye week purposes more than anything. Just because I find myself getting a lot of week 10 bye weeks around this turn and not really any other week 5s. So let's try taking Rashee Rice on this team. Might be a little more consistent than Devonta Smith as well, even though I quite like Devonta Smith. But we'll lean into our hero running back with Jahmyr Gibbs and then follow it up with Nico and Rice. Big fall on Smith. Still in there in the 30s. Wow. Oh, my goodness. A lot of running backs off the board. Love, Kyron, Brees, and Montgomery all off. Josh Allen, Trey McBride goes. Travis Etienne. Wow, Devonta Smith is still there. Oh, my goodness, dude. People get way too cute. Pass on these receivers, man, for these running backs. I'm telling you. Receivers are still going to be valuable. Oh, my God, dude. Sanka. Dude. Sanka at pick 10 starts Ashton Genty, Chase Brown, Devonta Smith. Can I buy your team? Please? My goodness, that's a beautiful start. And hey, we got 50 people in here. Shout out to 50 people in here on the Sunday. We got 24 likes. If y'all could do me a favor, go down, hit that like button for me. Might be doing a little marathon stream today. Who knows, man? We are an hour and a half in, 3 drafts in, but I'm kind of just in the mood to draft. Draft some teams, have some fun. Maybe we'll even do a big dog after this. If it happens, man, we're just going to keep joining them today. And if we're the 12 out of 12, if we make it happen, then I'll do it, man. Oh, dude. I know I've said it so many times, but that was real scary, man. Seeing waiting for one. Holy. Okay, I don't love seeing all these running backs go in this draft. We see even DeAndre Swift gets pulled up to 37. Scatabo at 41. No two eliminator drafts are quite the same. Higgins falls to 43. Wow. Neighbors at 44 in this one. This is what I'm saying, man. This is crazy. Like in the last draft, we got Neighbors at 57. And in this draft, Neighbors goes at 44. We got like who else was it? Shoot, there was another player we got at a good price. I'm blanking right now though, but we are on the clock. I'm taking Tootin for sure. And then I think I'm just gonna come and take Terry or Burden. Would I rather have Terry or Burden? Terry would be the same bye week as Tootin, but I think I like him more than I do Burden. So I'm going to go with Terry McLaurin as my third receiver. Maybe we can get Jaden Daniels to fall to us. Probably unlikely, but hey, we can hope. And if we get Jaden stacked up with Terry, I would be very, very happy with that. What's up, basketball and call? Yeah, pointing out the little cat nap. Yeah, who's up there? That's Dan. Yeah, Dan's up there just chilling, sleeping, man. Enjoying this Sunday nap. A little paw hanging down, man. His little tail. Dude, Dan's the best. Yeah, appreciate you, Best Ball and Call. Always shouting out the kitties. No one appreciates the cats more than Best Ball and Call. I'm telling you. And we got disbanded in here with the classic. Period. Jamo at 54. I still love the Jamo pricing eliminator. I know people are scared that he's not, consistent. Oh my God. Burrow at 55. Unstacked. All right. It's a good time to be drafting these eliminators, man, because there's not really a lot of other contests available. As far as other contests, you have Best Ball Mania, Badge Bros Brawl, Slow Puppies, which is whatever, weekly winners, and then you have high stakes contests and the charity one. So I feel like most people are just going to be drafting BBM and the eliminator right now. So you might get some pretty soft lobbies right there. I'm going to be drafting a ton of these elims because I really need to catch up. I think this contest is probably going to fill in 2 to 3 weeks. I say 3 weeks max this contest fills. And so, yeah, I definitely want to be taking advantage. Yo, Dildo Schwagen 69 is in here saying BBNs have been the softest this season. This weekend, they definitely have, man. And I capitalized last night. If y'all, I'm sure a lot of y'all seen the team that I posted on Twitter. I talked about it earlier in this live stream as well. But yeah, I got to start where I started. Puka, London, Bowers. And I got Bowers at 28. We see, Puka Bowers right here from Alex Faded. But yeah, with London and then Tetaroa, or sorry, not Tetaroa. Where is he? Where's the fucker? Travis Etienne. Huge blank right there. Travis Etienne in the 4th and then Burden in the 5th. Alex Fada gets Burden at 52, but this was in a BBM, not an eliminator. I will say, though, Alex Faded, your team at 4 right now is really sick. Puka, Bowers, Kyron, Tet, and Burden is a really, really nice eliminator team. Very, very nice team. Now, let's see if either Alex or Underset absolutely crushes my dreams with Jaden. I'm waiting for Underset to do it. Okay. He doesn't. Goes with Ramondre instead. Probably hoping to get Drake May on the way back, which he probably will. I don't know if I want a double tap quarterback right here. I think I would rather take a Rico Dowdle as my third running back than taking a quarterback here. I think so. We have Drake May, Jalen Hurts as options. Caleb is there too, but let me be strong at running back. Get Rico Dowdle. We took Jalen Warren in the last one. Let me get my third running back. I've been feeling pretty good about my last 2 eliminator drafts when I have 3 running backs within 7 rounds. So I'm gonna lean into that a little bit more right now too. First Down Fantasy asking, does the Fish Fast Draft ever get filled? Sat in one last night for like 3 hours. It was 6 out of 12 all time. Honestly, I've never done one, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, this is the like charity tournament. I'll be honest, never done it. Probably is nice too, for charity and everything. Um, but uh, I'll stick to the ones where I get paid. Unless I get some site credits. You give me some site credits, we'll mix in some charity drafts. All right. Or if we bink BBM, sorry, when we bink BBM, then we'll hop in some charity drafts. But till then, I would like to get paid for my work. My goodness, Jalen Hurts at 81. I bet Sanka was praying he got Jalen Hurts at 82 because he has Devonta Smith as well. I swear, if Sanka got Jalen Hurts with Devonta Smith right there, I might have rage quit the draft. That's an incredible team you have right there. Christian Watson kind of scares me a bit. Wow, you got Olave at 39 too. I didn't even see Chris Olave at 39, Smith at 34. Really, really nice team right there. Christian Watson isn't my favorite pick. He kind of scares me a little bit. I personally like DJ Moore as well, but if Christian Watson stays healthy the whole year, then that's a phenomenal, phenomenal pick. And also opens you up to taking Jordan Love, which is a nice option later as well. First Down Fantasy wants to do at least a couple of the charity ones, but never fills. Yeah, I saw they have slow drafts available too, but not really surprised those have a hard time filling. Maybe towards the end of the year might get a little easier, but not too surprised right there. Sanka going with Michael Pittman at 87. Y'all know I'm a big Michael Pittman fan this year, especially in the Eliminator. It just feels so nice. And all these running backs flying off the board now. So I'm happy I took Dowdle, Harvey, Corum, Dobbins, White, all off the board. Rashad White at pick 90 is a little tough for me. It's a little tough. Even in the Eliminator, it's a little tough. Alec Pierce goes. Great pick by Underzet. If Mekhi Lemon is still there, I'm going to take him. Okay, Mekhi Lemon goes. I'm going to take Mahomes with Rice. It just makes sense. And then do I want Addison, Michael Wilson, or we just take another running back? I think I need the receiver more. Addison is not my favorite in the Eliminator, but I think we just need him more than a running back. I don't like Michael Wilson because he plays for the Cardinals. So let's take Addison. It is a different bye week. We have all early bye weeks, which I don't love. 5, 6, 7, 8. But at least they're different. Jaden Daniels, Patrick Mahomes. We get one nice thing about taking Rashee Rice is it's pretty easy to get Patrick Mahomes at this turn. And just locking up your second quarterback that easily feels good. So as much as I like Devonta Smith and I like him more than Rashee Rice, I think on this team it makes sense taking Rashee Rice, especially when we got Terry to fall back and then got Jaden Daniels to stack with Terry. Quite like that. And happy I took Mahomes because we see Stafford, Love, and Dart all off the board. Yo, Chad saying we need you in the BR streets. Dude, that's tough, man. Give me some site credits. I'll be in the BR streets. Maybe I can start asking for site credits when I hit 500 subs. So hey, help me hit 500 subs. We'll get in the BR streets. Cause I don't know, man. I don't want to reach out, begging for some site credits. But maybe I'll have a little leverage when I get 500 subs. But you know what we need, Chad? We need you on the stream, man. Hey, open invitation. If you can hop on the stream whenever I'm live, you're welcome to crash it. If you ever see me live and you're able to join, you're welcome to join, Chad. Because we're still trying to, get our streaming schedules to line up a little bit. Yo, first down fantasy is funny. My wife just got a new cardboard cutter, and I was like, damn, Jerry's probably pissed you're destroying his work. Nah, man, keep us in business. It's called recycling. It's a good thing. We gotta keep producing new ones. Yeah, we making that paper. We getting that paper. That's what we do. And dude, I'm freaking working tonight, man. I was working night shifts last week from 10 p.m. till 6 a.m. and working them again this week. Although Sunday night is when I start, and I'm going in 2 hours early as well. So I'm starting at 8 p.m. tonight, which sucks. It's 3:40 right now. So I'm gonna be at work in 4 hours. Gonna try and get a little nap as well. But yeah, for now, we're drafting, man. We're drafting shippers. We're drafting these sick teams. Dude, Kyle Pitts is still here. Underzet just happens to be in front of me. There's no way he's going to let me get Kyle Pitts. So I'm not even going to get my hopes up. Yeah, you're welcome anytime, Chad. Yeah. No surprise, man. Insta click by Underzet. And wow, okay. I kind of wish that I didn't take Mahomes now because Goff, Baker, Shuck are all still here. I'm taking Kelsey as my first tight end with Mahomes. Might as well. Really happy I took Addison because there's no more receivers available. Do I take my third quarterback or my fourth running back? I'm taking Jared Goff. We'll take him with Gibbs. Nice little stack right there. I'm not going to pass up on the value. Damn, man. When I go the early quarterback, they fall. But feel pretty good about this team. Do a little recap. We have a 3-3-4-1 in this eliminator. We have Jaden Daniels, Patrick Mahomes, and Jared Goff. Running backs, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bashal Tootin, Rico Dowdle. Receivers, Nico Collins, Rashee Rice, Terry McLaurin, Jordan Addison, and then Travis Kelce as our tight end. I like it. I like Kelce in the eliminator. Addison doesn't feel the best, but we needed a receiver, and I'm glad I took him. Quarterback smash. I usually never invest this much in quarterback, but when Goff falls in my lap, 10 picks past ADP with Gibbs, I'm just going to take him in the eliminator because I usually like getting 3 quarterbacks anyways. I think we can catch up at receiver and running back. And I'm always comfortable fading tight ends. Yeah, you got me, man. You got me. First down fantasy, working 7 p.m. till 6 a.m. That's a long shift, my friend. That's a long shift. Yeah. I start 2 hours extra early Sunday nights because, we get everything started before the actual shift. So go and prep some stuff, but I get triple time for it, which is pretty nice. So it sucks going in that early on a Sunday, but it's worth it for the money. What's up, cross country? How we doing? Great to see you in here. Asking what contest I'm maxing this year. I am maxing this eliminator. I'm going to do it. I have done 81 teams so far. This is number 82. 68 left. And I'm going to max Best Ball Mania. I think those are the only 2 I'm going to full max. I've done a lot of puppies, but I'm not going to max any of the puppies. The closest was the first one where I got 126. But yeah, as far as 150 maxes, I'm just going to be doing BBM and the eliminator. But a lot of those little side contests that are 3-4 entry max, I'll do those. M Stockton asking what I do for work. I I operate a corrugator. So I work in like the pulp and paper industry where we take big rolls of paper and make them into cardboard boxes. Nothing glorious, but pays the bills quite nicely, actually. And, helps fund some of these drafts in the meantime. But I work shift work. So my schedule rotates. Supposed to be on a 2-week basis. Not always. Man, give me digs right here. Digs and skid marks would be really nice. Okay, we miss out on digs. That sucks. Diggs as my fifth receiver would have been really nice. I think I am going to take skid marks here as my fourth running back, and then taking Chig as my second tight end is really nice too. So we have Mahomes stacked with Kelsey, and then Chig stacked with Daniels. Really need to catch up at receiver really badly. I'll probably be taking 8 receivers on this team. But at least I feel good everywhere else, and we're clean on the bye weeks as well. A lot of early bye weeks, but at least they're clean. First down fantasy is a longshoreman. Yeah. Yeah, the hours suck, but you can make some good money, which is definitely nice. And I mean, that's what I'm trying to do right now. Make some good money. I've, yeah, gone to school for some other things, but I've kind of just decided, like, at this point right now, instead of making my life too serious with, career focused, I kind of just want to like have some fun and travel more as well. So definitely embarking on some more traveling coming up. I've mentioned more than once that I'm going to Japan, Taiwan, and Thailand in November for 5 weeks. I've never been outside North America before. So I'm really, really excited to just jump straight in and go on a long solo adventure. I think it'll be a ton of fun. Really, really looking forward to that. And nice that I can also get the option to get that much time off work too. Because one thing that's really nice about my job is the overtime that I work. So the extra hours I work, we have the option of you get paid out for it, or you can bank your hours and then use it as paid vacation. So, like, if you work 40 hours of overtime, then instead of getting paid for it, you can take those 40 hours, use it as a week of vacation, and then you still get paid for that week. So that's a really nice option to have there to try and do some more of traveling at this point in my life too. Bringing back that Thai wife. I don't think so, man. I'm not trying to get locked down out there. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'll say I'm very satisfied with where I'm at here. I'm doing quite fine here. Stockton's right though. All those Asian women are gonna be on me like white on rice. Dude, you're not wrong, man. The long blonde hair is definitely makes you stand out. And I'm tall too. Like I'm 6'2". So when I go to Japan, man, I'm just gonna be like 6 inches taller than everyone as well, with like a light bulb on my head. It's gonna be fun. And y'all know I like to do the Erling Holland thing as well. So I was thinking like one thing I might do in Japan is go to like Shibuya Crossing, which is the most, busy intersection in the world. Wear my Erling Holland uniform and just like dribble a ball through Shibuya Crossing. I think it'd be pretty fun. Get some fun reactions, you know. Hey, appreciate you, Steven. Thought you were a beer commercial actor. No, man. No. Maybe though. I don't know. I've had some people say I should get into that, which I could, but it takes a lot of time and effort. All right, we're 2 picks away. Isaiah Pacheco is still here. I don't take a lot of Pacheco, but if he's still there, I'm going to take him. Zach Charbonnet. Okay, actually, can I afford him or do I want a third tight end more? I'm taking Jerry Judy no matter what. I need a fifth tight end. Actually, no, Pacheco, I already have Gibbs. I don't want both of them. So I think I'm just gonna take Barner. I could take B-Rob as well. I really like Brian Robinson, but I'm not convinced there's gonna be a tight end to come back to me that I'm gonna like. So let me just lock up Barner and get our third tight end. Now, this is a little tricky because it's why I have a hard time investing this much in quarterback because I'm gonna feel really thin at receiver. I'm gonna have to stop at 7 because I'm gonna want 5 running backs. And my receivers are gonna feel pretty thin, but at the same time, like Nico Rice Terry is a pretty good 3. Addison's not bad for 4, and then Jerry Judy, I actually quite like as my 5th. So I'm happy we could get a veteran right there. Yeah, same, but different. Those Thai women gonna make it tough. You work with a Vietnamese guy and he's seen you on stream and says you're cooked. That's funny, man. That's funny. Dude, I have a friend at work, he said they're gonna call you Mr. Jiri. Yeah, dude, they love the Mister, man. They love they're calling you the Mister. They love the respect out there, man. But dude, I have a coworker who he's 1 year younger than me as well. And he's been to Thailand like 4 or 5 times in the last 2, 3 years. He's met a couple ladies out there. Has even gotten tempted to like move him out here, which is wild. Not to put him on blast. Sounds like he's not going to be doing that though. So thank goodness he thought that one through a little bit more. But dude, he's told me some interesting stories about Thailand and some things that go down there. So it'll be interesting, man. It'll be interesting. Jiri living like the Vietnam War, knocking on the back door. Oh my goodness. Pause. No. Pause. We're good, man. We're good. We're chilling. Just gonna enjoy some nice nature and stuff in Thailand. Enjoy the beaches. I'm going to 3 different cities though. I'm going to Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and Phuket. So like I've never been to Asia. I've never even been outside North America. So I'm gonna try and just go to a bunch of different places and see what I actually like. Going to 3 different cities in Japan as well. And then only reason I'm going to Taiwan is because in order to fly from Osaka to Bangkok, every flight had a layover in Taiwan. So I figured, if I'm stopping there anyways, why not just like spend a few $100s extra on another plane ticket and just stay there for like 3 days and check it out? Because why not? Might not ever find myself there again. All right, back up on the clock. We need receivers. Malik Washington is still here. I don't love Malik Washington, but I need another receiver, and at least he's going to be playing and hopefully can hit our lineup a couple times. Running back as well. I think I take my choice of running back here. I don't know, it might be bad, but I'm actually going to take George Halani on this team. I don't really take much of him at all, but I'm going to mix in a George Halani share. Maybe he can help early if he's splitting carries with Price. I don't mind taking a couple shares of him in the eliminator. I think this is only my second one. So yeah, we'll take one here. Levernucky Jarvis on pause, rewind, playback 0.5x. Oh my goodness. All right, we have 1 pick away. Dude, I'm just thinking now, like, I'm gonna hop in another big dog after this, and I'm so nervous to do it, man. I'm so nervous to hop in another big dog because I might actually be 12 out of 12. Although I'm hoping in the last like 30 minutes, 2 brave souls join that. But we might just find ourselves in a big dog after this, folks. We might just find ourselves in a big dog. which if we do, I'm hoping I don't get messed up by just drafting 3 straight eliminators, looking at, like, different ADPs and thinking about different structures and everything. So, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. First down fantasy and his wife going to Tromso? Where's Tromso? Next year to visit some of your Norwegian relatives. Oh, maybe in Norway? And you're stoked. That'll be a big vacation. Hey, that sounds pretty sweet, man. Sounds pretty sweet. I'm assuming that's Norway. 'Cause I don't know where Tromso is, but yeah, man, it's exciting to have things to look forward to like that. And I booked my trip in April. Yeah, I booked my trip 7 months in advance. And I've done a little bit of planning for it. Like I booked all my flights, I booked all my hotels and everything. But as far as like things to do, I haven't looked into too much, mainly because man, this is hot basketball summer, dude. Like I'm putting all my time and effort into some fantasy football stuff right now, man, and having a real fun time with it. And yo, we just hit 62 people in here live. My goodness. That's getting close to a record for me. So hey, if y'all have not done so, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. We're streaming every single day, man. Having a phenomenal time doing it. And this is our third draft. We're going to be doing more. We're going to be doing a ton of drafts today, and we're going to try and hop in a big dog after this. We were waiting for one last time, man. And I'm really scared to jump in it again. I will say I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared. And it looks like we're not getting any of our favorite round 18 clicks here. Booty and Allen are both off the board. On the clock, who do I want? This is a gross range. Who's just going to get me points is really what I'm wondering. Maybe I just take Noel on this team. I think so. It doesn't feel great. Actually, oh shoot. Never mind. I forgot I had Woody Marks as well. I knew I had Nico, but I don't know if I want 3 Texans. Oh well. Noel's not the worst round 18 click. I don't love the receiver room on this, but the rest of my positions are really strong. So let's do a little recap. We got a 3-5-7-3, very, very classic eliminator build. Probably what I'm going to be building most of my eliminators as. But we have Jaden Daniels, Patrick Mahomes, and Jared Goff as our 3 quarterbacks. Running backs, Jameer Gibbs, Bashal Tutin, Rico Dowdle, Woody Marks, George Halani. I think it's fine, especially with Gibbs up top. Nico, Rice, Terry, Addison, Jerry Judy, Malik Washington, and Jalen Noel as our 7 receivers. Pretty weak bottom 4, honestly, but hopefully Nico, Rice, and Terry can carry us a little bit. And then tight ends, Kelsey, Chig, Barner. Really, really like my tight ends. Really like my quarterbacks. This is just kind of the dilemma I get in when I invest so much in quarterback, having Daniels, Mahomes, and Goff, is my receivers feel a little behind, but I think it works. And for a head-to-head matchup each week, I quite like it. So, oh gosh, I'm so scared. Let's try it. Let's do it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, we're going to hop on the big dog. Is it going to fill? 12 out of 12? Oh, we missed it. Oh, goodness, we missed it. I'm a little relieved, I will say. Man, if the timing worked out a little bit different, we could have been in the big dog last time. But after every draft today, I'm going to try it. So who knows? Maybe it might just fill later. Looks like some big dogs are going down today. But we're just going to keep these eliminators rolling, man. If you want to hop in, hop on in. Let's get it. Waiting for 5. Levernucky saying he has 454 PTO hours and your boss told you got to use them because you're about to roll over the limit. I'm going to guess that's your overtime hours saved up. I'm gonna guess that's what that is. And hey, respect to you, because I actually did the same thing a few years ago. I saved up like over 400 hours of overtime. I think it was actually 440 because I took 11 weeks off to go to firefighting school. Did that was really nice. Really nice to have that option. Yeah, PTO, paid time off. That is pretty sweet, man. Yeah, that's like 11 and a half weeks. Could just take 3 straight months off, which is pretty nice. Hey, maybe, maybe just take a little trip to Asia or something, you know? Levernucky says he swears the 4 quarterback bros are donating, but there's 1 or 2 in every lobby these days. Were there any in the last draft? I didn't quite see. I think you might be able to get away with it in the eliminator, but in like BBMs or like puppies or something like that, you're going 4 quarterbacks. I don't know, dog. I don't know. Sanka getting his first share of Gibbs in the eliminator. That's pretty sweet, man. Finally getting your first share. I was happy to get another share yesterday. Did not get so many. I'm a little underweight in the eliminator, so I'm very, very happy to get a share there. Pretty standard so far. CMC does go at 4, which is it's interesting, man, because I've done some teams where I've drafted Puka at 4 and they just don't feel so good because running back values don't really fall to you in that spot. Whether you're in round 2 or round 3, you kind of even like round 4 and 5, you kind of just miss out on like all the running back tiers at pick 4. So starting with CMC, really not a bad thing. But Puka is just, he's so good, man. All right, 1 pick away. Am I going to get St. Brown again? No, unfortunately. So I'll start with James Cook. Quite like James Cook. I know it's been pointed out to me that he plays Houston week 1, which is definitely a tough matchup, but I don't really care all that much. Even if you advance past week 1, you're not guaranteed any money. You got to win your first 3 weeks. So give me James Cook, and I'm going to be happy with it. We see CD and Jefferson go off right after. Hampton as well. If I could get Saquon, sure. Saquon, James Cook in the eliminator, that feels really nice. I'm happy with it. Don't need to overthink it too much. Vitrano maxed out at 200 at work. You either use it before it goes over or you lose it. Lose it? I hope you don't lose it. I mean, we just get paid out if it expires. So I hope you just get paid out. Best phone call at his last job, saved all his PTO and took half day Fridays during the whole football season. Yo, that's sick. If you can actually like use it like that, that's pretty sick, man. That's pretty sweet. One night in Bangkok can make you hard man humble. Oh gosh. Pause. I will trust my instincts for sure. Yeah. No funny business out here. 400-hour rollover limit. Pretty nice, man. First down fantasy. Oh yeah. Your World Cup winnings. You were big on Spain, right? To book it. Tromsø is the town in northern Norway that is amazing around the wintertime. Going 2 weeks. Hey, sweet, dude. Norway, Sweden, Denmark. That sounds amazing, man. And always satisfying too when you can use gambling winnings to like pay for something like that, which is pretty sweet, man. Pretty sweet. I've definitely done that with some of my underdog winnings in the past. I've used them towards like I've traveled to New York from Vancouver to get my leg tattooed, and I've used a good amount of like underdog winnings to get my leg tattooed, which is pretty sweet. You're about to spend all of your sick and paid time off when your baby's born in September, back at 0. Hey, that's a good use for it though, man. Spend some time with your baby when they're firstborn. You don't get that time back. And hey, congratulations on your upcoming baby. Hope he or she is healthy and happy, man. That's a beautiful thing coming up soon. Just in time for football season too. So you get to indoctrinate your baby into the NFL from day one. So love to see that. Yeah, great reason to use your time. Can go without being in the Arctic. First class. Hey, damn, big spender with the first class flight. Okay, I thought we were frozen for a second. One pick away. I don't take Josh Allen in the eliminator, but he's here at 34, and I have James Cook, so we're pretty much just making a big bet on Buffalo. So why not mix in a share of Josh Allen at pick 34? Don't do it often in the eliminator. We're fading receivers, but we'll see if we can land this plane. I like just trying out some different builds in this contest. I like getting a little weird. And we've talked about this before, but it's not even necessarily for my portfolio. Or sorry, it's not necessarily for like competing against other people, but for my own portfolio, I like getting a little different. Now, we could take our first receiver, T. Higgins, Tat, Waddle. Let's just lean into the falling value and get these running backs. Let's get ETN on this team as well. 3 running backs and an elite quarterback. Not really building teams like this. But we'll try it, man. We'll try it out. We have James Cook, Saquon, and Travis Etienne as our 3 running backs, and then Josh Allen at quarterback. So see if we can fade these receivers and get some nice value later on. I like it. I like it. Always willing to try out some different strategies. Levernucky saying Rambus would love this team. Yeah, this one's for you, Rambus. If only we had Genty instead of James Cook. But I'm happy with it, man. Travis has been falling, but even in the last draft, we saw Travis go like at pick 30 or something. So getting him at 39 when Swift goes right after him and then Scatabo feels like a pretty great value. I will say, though, if Josh Jacobs was there, I would have taken Jacobs over ETN. But it's pretty nice to get him here because it's also unique. It's immediately unique for the rest of the contest. There's been almost 50% of this drafted. Yeah, 47% of the eliminators have been drafted. And ETN is only recently starting to fall. So getting him in the 4th is going to be quite unique. So very happy with that. Oh, your parents have already gotten your kids' first jersey for the season. What's your team? I don't think I know your team, Vitrano. So very curious to see. And what player did the kid get for the jersey, or is it just a blank team? Curious to know. Haven't been on an actual vacation with just me and the lady in almost 2 years. Damn, dude. Yeah, you guys should definitely ball out for sure. I'm sure that'll be a very, very fun time. And yeah, if you have kids, like I have a lot of friends. Most honestly, I'm 28. Most of my friends are in their 30s, like mid to late 30s, some even in their 40s. But a lot of them have families, and I know they really value when they can get some time away. As much as they love them, when you can get some time away just with the lady, it's definitely very valued. And wow, Hunt Bop in the 5 hole, starting 5 straight receivers in the eliminator. Bold. And I respect it. JMO's here. I'm taking JMO, wide receiver 1. I know DJ Moore stacks with Josh Allen, but I'm taking JMO. No one's going to stop me. And if I could get DJ Moore on the way back, that would be incredible as my first 2 receivers. Vitrano is a Niners fan. Gotcha. Not sure who it is yet. All they said was they're going all out for the first grandbaby. Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm sure the first one will definitely get really spoiled. Just hopefully it's not like a Not like a Nick Bosa jersey or something. Maybe hope for like a little George Kittle or like a Brock Purdy, you know. Okay, I think we need a receiver. We definitely need a receiver. Let's go with Rome. I think it makes the most sense. Brian Thomas, Marvin Harrison, Parker Washington are here as well. But Rome, he can just be the wide receiver one for his team. So I'm gonna take him here as my second receiver and hope that if he is, then it will really benefit this team. Plus, who knows? There's a chance that we might get Caleb Williams at 82. He falls to the 80s pretty often, although Libra has Loveland. Just took May, though. Never know. And Hunt bought 5 straight receivers. Puka, London, Smith, Tet, Burden. That's what I'm saying, man. When you start with Puka, it's tough to get the running backs. And I just realized this team at 4 is one-upping me with the 0 wide receivers. They started CMC, Bowers, Love, Judkins, Henderson. Wow. 5 straight 0 running backs. Oh, but dude, this guy's balling. He gets Parker Washington as his wide receiver 1. Yeah, this guy has landed the plane. He's absolutely crushing his team. Levernucky not respecting the Niners fans. I have some trouble too as a Lions fan because the Niners absolutely just crushed our dreams 2 years ago in the NFC Championship game, but we move on. We will definitely not be having some mixed tie babies running around. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Thankfully, I am smarter than that. And wow, Senka gets Jalen Warren all the way at 72. Interesting to see Jalen Warren fall so far, where we see him go like early 60s in the eliminator most of the time. In fact, Rico Dowdle actually got drafted ahead of Jalen Warren in this one. Sanka big on Jalen Warren, though, so I'm sure he is stoked. Very, very fun team there from the one spot for you. First share of Gibbs, and it's looking like it's paying off. Sanka has Gibbs, Kyron, Warren as his running backs, and then Rice, Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin, Marvin Harrison. So still having 4 wide receiver ones on your team, very, very strong. Oh, I see. You don't respect the 5 hole. But while we're on the subject, you don't like Kyle. Sorry to hear about the suspicious car accident, though, with no police reports for a week and a half. Yeah, interesting, man. Hopefully, he doesn't find out like he was under the influence or something. Okay, I'm taking Tyson here at 82. Yeah, the 5 hole, like, if you're taking these 5 receivers, I think you have to stop at 5 in the eliminator, which is really thin. But if you can land it, if you can make it happen, I respect going for it. Always go for it. Okay, I'm catching up at receiver now, which feels nice. JMO, Rome, Tyson, and now I'm either taking Harvey or Pittman, and I think it has to be Pittman. We just need the receiver. Y'all know how much I like Michael Pittman in this, and seeing how fast the receivers dried up in the last one, let's just, play it a little safer. We'll take Michael Pittman, get our 4th receiver in a row, and play the catch-up game a little bit. So we started off James Cook, Saquon, ETN, and Josh Allen, and then got 4 receivers with JMO, Rome, Tyson, Pittman. I think we're catching up. I think we're catching up just fine. Cortland Sutton, Trevor Lawrence, Jaden Reed, Josh Downs, Rashad White all off the board after. Man, is it just like common for Rashad White to go at 90 in these eliminators? Because I'm seeing that every draft. He goes above RJ Harvey in this. I cannot agree with that. I can't take Rashad White over RJ Harvey. Cannot do it. Harvey at 93, great value, although it's this guy's 5th running back. This is the guy who started 4 running backs in Bowers, takes Harvey as his 5th. Don't love that. Brooks at 94, Jackson Dart 95. I still have a hard time with Jonathan Brooks. I'm seeing a lot of teams in here fading wide receivers, which makes me feel better about the build that I have. There's 2 teams that still only have 2 receivers through 8 rounds. Sanka with the double quarterback, Brock Purdy, Patrick Mahomes to stack with Evans and Rice. Sanka's absolutely crushing it from the 1 spot in this draft. Very, very nice draft. Here's the thing, at least in the eliminator, I only have to go against the people that I'm drafting with for 1 week. So at least I don't have to go against you guys the whole season. Makes it a little easier for me. Tucker Kraft is still here in the 100s. Seen him fall pretty often in the eliminator, which I'm not surprised about. I do think he's going to start out slow, just coming back from an ACL injury. Seen a bunch of tight ends still here. Laporta, Fannin. I think I'd take one of them if they're available. Pearsall is still here too. Okay, Pearsall gets taken. Yeah, I don't think I can pass on Laporta. Let's take him. We have Jameson Williams as well, but I'm going to take Laporta, and then if I can get Goff on the way back as my second quarterback, then I can stop at 2 with Josh Allen, Jared Goff. I'm going to have Jared Goff double stacked with JMO and Laporta as well. So I'm pretty confident stopping at 2. The only other option would be Wandale for me or Jacoby Myers if I wanted a 5th receiver. But at the same time, like, wow, Goff gets sniped? Fuck, dude, that sucks. Kyle Pitts is still here. Do I want another quarterback? Do I want Wandale? No, I need Wandale. If it's not Goff, it's Wandale. I could just take another quarterback here, but let me still catch up at receiver. I don't think I'm going to regret taking Wandale here as my 5th receiver. I would have taken Goff there to double stack JMO and Laporta and then been done at 2 quarterbacks. And I thought about taking Pitts as well, because just having Pitts and Laporta as my top 2 tight ends, it feels really, really strong. But I like the value I can get at tight end later more than the value I can get at receiver. And I'm still playing catch up at receiver a bit. So getting a guy like Wandale, who I really like, and I really like in the eliminator as well, feels like the right pick to make. Even though there's a lot of receivers that I like at the next turn, there's still a lot of tight ends here too. Like Goddard, Kincaid. If I get one of those guys, I'm very happy with them as my second tight end. So I think it's the right decision. Maybe we can get Shuck to fall as well. That was another thing I was thinking about, is looking at my receivers. I have Tyson. So if Shuck is there, that would be nice. And I have Wandale. We could get Cam Ward. I also have Michael Pittman, so we can get Aaron Rodgers. We have options at quarterback. So if it wasn't Goff, then I'm comfortable just pushing it. And I am Wandale over Jacoby Myers. Okay, Dobbs, Golden, Shakir go. Shakir would have been a fun pick on this team because I need to catch up at receiver, and he stacks with Josh Allen. I don't have much Khalil Shakir. He is an eliminator-ass pick. Probably going to have more of him in this contest than Best Ball Mania type ones. All right. Unfortunately, We do not get Tyler Shuck to fall. He goes at 126. Can't blame him. George Kittle almost fell to us. I would have considered Kittle. I think I'm just going to take Kincaid here, though. Stacks with Josh Allen. It's Kincaid or Goddard. I really like Goddard as well. But when I'm betting on Buffalo, I might as well take Kincaid. Goddard goes right after. This team at 12 also has 0 tight ends still, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. And then with my next pick, I'm either looking at a receiver or quarterback. Do I want to take Cam Ward here, or do I want to take a receiver? I'm leaning towards just playing it safe and taking a quarterback. I might actually take Darnold over Ward, though. Wow, Trey Tucker's already taken. I am actually just going to take Sam Darnold. I was thinking about taking a receiver, taking Higgins, Coker. Like, if I take Coker, maybe I could double tap quarterback at the next turn with like Bryce Young and Aaron Rodgers. But when I have Josh Allen, having Sam Darnold as well, honestly, I'm okay stopping at 2. I'm okay with Darnold as my second and just being done at 2. Reason I took Darnold over Cam Ward is, one, I expect Darnold to be a little more steady, Super Bowl winning quarterback, veteran, 4,000 yards in his last 2 seasons. Also, I don't have any week 11 buys, where I do have 2 week 9 buys. So if I did decide to take a third quarterback in like Aaron Rodgers, if he falls to me really late or something, then I'm not repeating a buy. And stacks just aren't as important. I feel more comfortable stopping at 2 quarterbacks with Darnold than I do with Cam Ward personally, just because he's more proven. Also like a lot of Seattle backstacks. So let's do a little recap of the team. We have a 2-3-5-2. Josh Allen, Sam Darnold at quarterback. Running backs, James Cook, Saquon, Travis Etienne. So we started with 3 running backs in our first 4 rounds. Haven't taken any since. Totally fine with it. Receivers, Jamo, Rome, Jordan Tyson, Michael Pittman, Wan'Dale Robinson. Still a little thin having Jamo as our 1, but I think we're catching up well. And then Sam Laporte, Dalton Kincaid as tight ends. Starting to think maybe I should have taken a receiver at the last turn instead of Kincaid. Just because like Juwan, Strange, Gadsden, these guys are all like pretty nice prices too. And man, maybe I should have passed on Darnold as well, because Daniel Jones and Bryce Young are still here. They're falling, which is surprising. Jones gets taken. I think I need to just and okay, Bryce Young does too. So maybe I am happy that I passed on the receiver. I think I'm just gonna be a little boring and take Juwan Jennings right here. I could look at my third tight end though. But I am going to take Jennings first. I want to get stronger at receiver. I'm going to queue up Debo. I feel like I can push a third tight end. Kamara could be interesting to take it though, actually. Never mind. I have Travis Etienne. I don't want Kamara and Etienne on the same team. Dylan Sampson could be interesting as a 4th running back. It's Debo or Sampson for me. And I think I need the help at receiver more, so I'm going to go Debo. We have 7 receivers now. I feel like I've caught up. JMO, Rome, Jordan Tyson, Michael Pittman, Wandale Robinson, Juwan James, and Debo Samuel. Feels like a really solid 7, and if I have to stop at 7, I think I can. But I might go 8 if I'm done at 2 quarterbacks, and then go 5 running backs, 3 tight ends. Probably what I'm looking at. We'll see, though. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers falls all the way back to me, I would take him. But I think that might be the only other quarterback I would take. Levernucky letting us know, not a good start to training camp for Marv. Sitting down, pointing at his ankle yesterday, now sitting out. Oof. Sitting out 11-11 with a back strain. Not good. Yeah, I don't have a ton of Marv. Don't tell that to 0. Let's look in the eliminator. I'm curious. Marv, 6% in the eliminator. That's fine. And then in other contests, I know I just drafted Marv on the really sick BBM team that I had, but that was in like round 7. 8.4. So I'm right at field with Marv. I don't have a lot of Michael Wilson, though. So if Marv really is just banged up the whole year, then Michael Wilson's probably one of the best values in drafts. Yeah, Wilson looks good too. I haven't seen any like videos or anything out of that training camp yet, but yeah, Marv, his projection lines are really well. Like they have him for like 850 yards, which is that's a lot, man. Especially for someone going like round 6, round 7. And if he does just pull it together year 3, I mean, he was the 4th overall pick, but busts also happen. We see AJ Barner off the board. That was going to be my preferred pick at 178, especially when I have Darnold already. Would have loved AJ Barner, but that's okay. We can get other options. Seeing Kenny Sadiq fall again, so seems very, very common for Sadiq to fall. Travis Hunter as well, 178. Dude, I never take Travis Hunter, especially in the eliminator, but pick 178. Sure, dude. I'll take Travis Hunter at 178. Sure. I want 8 receivers anyways. Now my 8 receivers feel really strong. And as my wide receiver 8 getting Travis Hunter, if he's a 0, who cares really? So I think what I'm going to do is take a tight end next and then just finish off with 2 running backs, which is an interesting approach. You know, we took 3 running backs really early, and we're just going to lean on those 3. Now, man, Kenyon Sadiq's still here. Like, I'm going to end up taking him again, and I'm going to feel awful about it. But 183 is, dude. Like, he's just free at this point. Yeah, I'll take Kenyon Sadiq at 183. Sure. Kind of too tough to pass up on. And then I'm going to end it with 2 running backs. Man, this team feels strong. Feels pretty strong. Like when I have Josh Allen, I don't take him often in the eliminator. I'm going to assume he's going to be good almost every week. So having 2 quarterbacks I am okay with, even if my second is just Darnold, who's unstacked. I think it's okay. We're leaning into Josh Allen being good and consistent, which I'm fine with. So we have a 2-3-8-3 so far. We're going to end off with 2 running backs. Quarterbacks, we have Josh Allen, Sam Darnold. Running backs, James Cook, Saquon, Etienne. Receivers, JMO, Rome, Tyson, Michael Pittman, Wandale, Juwan Jennings, Debo, Travis Hunter. So we didn't take our first receiver till round 5 with JMO, but I think we actually caught up really well. Having Pittman and Wandale on a team like this makes me feel really good about getting some floor production. And then veterans like Juwan and Debo make me feel good as well. Rookie upside in Tyson, and then Travis Hunter, we're just shooting for the moon, man. Shooting for the moon on that one. And then tight ends, Sam Laporta, Dalton Kincaid, Kenyon Sadiq. I don't like Kenyon Sadiq at all. But if you're gonna keep giving him to me in the mid 180s, like it's really tough not to take the 16th overall pick in the draft in round 16. I'm gonna take him above Gunnar Helm, Dulcich, Terrence Ferguson. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna overthink that one. I'll get my shares in the 180s and I'll be happy about it. Okay, happy to see some running backs still here. George Halani goes. I actually would have taken George Halani with Sam Darnold. Get a little Seattle correlation. Jaden Blue goes as well. I think that would have been a really fun click for me. Okay, I put Justice Hill in my queue. I'm going to take Justice Hill. Different bye week and someone who I think is just going to give me some points. Braylon Allen goes, so I'm going to take Justice Hill. And then I have one more player I have in mind. Innocent Mama Strawberry. Thank you. Thank you. Nice name. Appreciate you hopping in the chat, Mama Strawberry. Hump Bop's team actually isn't terrible. I'll take a look at it. That was the guy who started with all the running backs, I think. All right, Kirk Cousins sighting in this draft. Very interesting. Mike Washington, Big Mike off the board. Rashad Bateman goes to Shadur Sanders. Wow. I'm going to take James Conner. I actually don't think it's a bad pick in the eliminator. He has been at practice. He has outs to getting traded. And like, who knows, man? Maybe he just plays over Tyler Algier. Would that be a surprise? Like the veteran who's been in Arizona just plays over Tyler Algier. And Tyler Algier just gets to sit on the sideline making his $10 million or whatever. But that's our team. I actually really like how it came together. I think it's really strong. Fading the receivers, getting the 8 that we did feels good. And then pretty much starting 3 straight running backs and then waiting until our last 2 just to get some veterans. I think it's a pretty fun way to play it. So we got a 2-5-8-3. Josh Allen, Sam Darnold at quarterback. Running backs, James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Travis Etienne, Justice Hill, and James Conner. I like it a lot. Receivers, Jameson Williams, Romo Dunze, Jordan Tyson, Michael Pittman, Wandale Robinson, Juwan Jennings, Deebo Samuel, and Travis Hunter. Also feels really, really solid. Travis Hunter, I'm not drafting him in the eliminator really, but at 178, yeah, tough to pass up on that value, especially as my 8th. Like if he says 0 as my 8th, it's not going to kill my team. Tight ends, Sam Laporta, Dalton Kincaid, Kenyon Sadiq. Yeah, feels great. Laporta, nice little fall. Dalton Kincaid, we get stacked up with Allen. And then Sadiq, I don't love. But again, we get him 17 picks past ADP. I will say, though, this is like what we've seen every single draft we've done today is Sadiq in the 180s. So kind of seems like that's just the trend in the direction he's going. But I don't know, man. I'll take some shares there. Pretty fun team overall. I like it. Now, can we get in a big dog? Is it going to happen for us? We've seen the big dogs happening today, man. Is this the one? No. Waiting for 8. No big dog today, it seems. That's unfortunate. Let's hop in one more eliminator. This might be the last draft of the day. Oh, waiting. Damn. Y'all can't get in this one. Unless you happen to get in. I see Humsey, who was in the last draft, but yeah, this is 12 out of 12. You know what, though? For the people, Let's do another one. Let's do another one for the people. If you want to hop in an eliminator, we'll do another one for the people, and then I'll pull up another tab, and I'll just do that other one. I'll multi-table that on the side. We are for the people today, and honestly, I don't really mind just because I'm trying to get more volume in the eliminator anyways. So getting an extra draft right now, I really don't mind. I'm at pick 10 in the other draft, so it's not too hard to multi-table from that one. And I'm at pick 12 in this one, so I don't know. Maybe I'll get a little confused, but we are for the people today. Shout out to you guys coming in here, joining me for a nice long Sunday marathon stream. And if y'all have not done so already, do me a favor, go down, hit that like button for me, subscribe if you're new. Hey, Mama Strawberry, I haven't seen you before, so make sure you're subscribed, okay? Hit that button. We're trying to hit 500. Asking what this new game is. This is a very fun game. It is best ball. So we're doing some fantasy football drafts. The format is called best ball, where we draft a team of all our NFL players, and we don't do anything after we draft. They just automatically submit our starting lineup. We have 14 weeks in the regular season, and if you advance this is a different tournament. This is the eliminator, but if you advance far enough, you make some money. If not, you lose. Pretty fun way to play it. Okay, and I'm balancing 2 drafts right now. I'm going to try and stay locked in on this one that has all of y'all in here. And if you're in this draft, let me know. Let me know. Love to see you all in here. And it's one of the easiest ways to actually get eliminators to fill is doing them on stream, because sometimes they can take a while. So happy that you guys enjoy drafting them with me, even if you make it a little more difficult. And man, I just got a really, really fun start in my other drafts, starting with Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry. I just realized they both have week 13 buys, so that's a little tough, but hey, it's a unique team. We're going to start with it. And even if you make it to week 13, it's pretty difficult to get that far anyways. You ever watch Jamar Chase highlight edits? This man is legitimately the GOAT. It's crazy. Dude, Jamar Chase is so good at football. Okay, I'm taking James Cook here. And do I want Jefferson? Do I want another running back? Dude, Jefferson in the eliminator feels so bad. But he's also Justin Jefferson. Fuck it, dude. Let's take him. Top of ADP. Let's get a share of Justin Jefferson. I don't feel good about it in the eliminator. Let me look at my exposure. I'm curious. I don't think I have much of him at all, though. I just don't know how consistent he's going to be. Yeah, I have 2 teams. Only 2 Justin Jefferson teams in the eliminator. Let's see what my Henry is. Henry's at 12, surprisingly. What's my Saquon? 12. Hampton? 6. Yeah, let's just get another share. He's Justin Jefferson, man. Like, that's one thing we have to remember. He is Justin Jefferson. I'm wondering if I should be taking Hampton over Henry in the eliminator, though. I took Henry over Hampton in the other draft that I'm doing that I started with Jonathan Taylor. But I'm wondering, man, because I'm not really taking Henry in other contests. Do I want to be like so overweight on him in the eliminator and then under in other ones? I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. Gotta get to week 13 as well for the bye weeks to even matter. And you're right, man, with Jamar Chase. Corners can't even guard him. Jamar Chase is so good at football. He's, I think, without a doubt, the most talented. I know a lot of people want to say Justin Jefferson's the most talented receiver, but what Jamar Chase can do after the catch as well, I think is what truly separates him. because this guy all the time can catch literally like a 2-yard screen pass and then break 4 tackles and take it to the house. It's insane what this man can do. All right, I'm 2 picks away in my other draft. Started with Henry and Taylor. Kyron is still here as well. 1 pick away. Okay, he goes. Sure. I'm just gonna, you know what? I might just do the week 13 buy thing on this one. Just get a bunch of guys who are like week 13 buys and, feel really strong about our team. And if we make it to week 13, you win a boatload of money anyways. So I took Zay Flowers with Derrick Henry. Why not? And now I'm considering between taking Garrett Wilson or David Montgomery. Garrett Wilson's another week 13 buy, but I'm going to take David Montgomery just to get the third running back. I mean, JT, Derrick Henry, and David Montgomery, that just sounds like a lot of touchdowns. Almost got Kyron, though, and we see Kyron go at 26 in this draft. Man, I see Kyron go in the second round sometimes. I do like what Underzet's doing, though, especially when you're drafting Jeremiah Love. I think he's going to have a pretty rough time at the start of the year. And so having Bijan and Kyron to help out at running back, I think is definitely smart. Yeah, week 13 is $5,000. So you make it to week 13, you get $5,000. Is that winning week 13 or making it to week 13 though? But either or, like, yeah, if you make it that far, it's not easy. And who knows, you might even just end up with someone else who has a lot of the same bye weeks too. Okay. James Cook, Justin Jefferson to start this draft. We'll see what Big Sweezy does right here. Goes with Igbuka, so I think I'm actually just going to double tap running back. Go Jacobs and Montgomery, which this was kind of my plan when I took Jefferson. I'm thinking either take Jefferson here and then hope that I get 2 running backs at the next turn, or I take another running back with James Cook, but I'm happy to start it off like this. We also have 4 different bye weeks as well, which always feels good. James Cook, Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, and then Justin Jefferson as our first receiver feels really, really strong right there. And man, I'm actually kind of happy multi-tabling this because these drafts are actually pretty spread out, which is quite nice. So I'm already 5 picks away in the other one, but not in a rush. We see Mike Evans get pulled up here. Garrett Wilson, 39. Ladd McConkey, 40. I don't mind pulling up Mike Evans. I think he should have a pretty strong start to the season as well. And yeah, $5,000, week 13. If you make it to week 13, you get $5,000. So if I turn $10 into $5,000, honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. And if you're not, I don't know, man. You're probably sitting pretty nice. Winning week 13 is $10,000. Yeah, week 15, 20, week 16, 50. That's the fun part about the eliminator, man. Like the sweat, once you actually get like that far in it, is so crazy, dude. The sweat is just ridiculously fun. And okay, in my other draft, I'm taking JMO as my second receiver pretty easily. And what's good, Game Tight? Great to see you in here, smashing that thumbs up. Am I drafting another one? I am undecided. I'm honestly not sure. I'm really not sure. I've been going for almost 3 hours already. I think this is draft number 5 or 6. There's a chance I'll do one, but I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see because I have to leave for work in 2.5 hours. So I kind of want to like get some food, see if I can get a little nap in as well. I'm not sure if I'll do another one. I would say this is most likely probably the last draft. Okay, I'm 1 pick away in my other draft, so I'm trying to stay locked in on that. I'd probably go with another receiver here too. I pulled up Parker Washington. I know people are going to hate it, but I did it. I pulled him up above Rome. I did the Rome thing last time. Let's take a P-Wash today. Okay. Back in on this draft with all y'all. I'm keeping an eye where Neighbors is going. We see Neighbors go at 50 right here to Underzet. I'm definitely keeping an eye on where he's going to go in the Eliminator. We got him at 57 in one of our drafts earlier, which feels good. Yeah, we out here grinding game tight. But if you want to see some more drafts, you can definitely rewind this stream or catch the replay after. What I will do, though, I will do this. After this draft, I will try again to hop in a big dog. I said after every draft, I'll do it. So if we hop in a big dog and we get that, then of course I'm going to do it. If not, I'll probably stop the stream after that one. Okay, JMO, DJ Moore. I want both of them. We'll see what Big Squeeze does. I only have Justin Jefferson. JMO gets taken. That sucks. I'm going to take DJ Moore. And then I think I'm going to take Rome on this team. I don't know if I want Rome. The only thing is I'm looking at bye weeks. Like Brian Thomas, week 7 bye. Parker, week 7 bye. Marv, week 14. And we haven't heard good things about Marv. I don't think I want a 4th running back yet. So let's catch up a little bit and take Rome. Has a different bye week as well, which I'm going to feel better about. Yeah, Rome, I don't know. He could be great. He could be just absolute trash, man. Sanka asking if I have a bunch of slow drafts going. I do in like side contests. I have some slow drafts. We got a bunch of time, so I'll pull them up. I have like some slow drafts. I'm in a couple slow puppies because of the promotion. If you joined 2 slow puppies, you got 1 for free. So I'm going to take the free draft. And then I joined a bunch of these Chihuahuas. I think it's a Chihuahua, right? Yeah. I wanted to max out the Chihuahua, 25 entry max. I think I joined like 11 of them to finish it out just because the lobbies, like they felt so soft. And I wanted in on it. All right, this is the draft that we were in. And I'm 1 pick away in my other draft. So I'm going to go make that pick. Ooh, Rico Dowdle's still there at 81. I would love Rico Dowdle at 82. Come on now, Big Nick. And awesome, dude. I get Rico Dowdle at 82 in my other draft as my 4th running back. That feels really, really strong. Trevor Lawrence just got sniped. Wow, this guy next to me has 5 running backs and 1 receiver and then takes unstacked Trevor. Great. I'm going to be looking at a receiver in this one too, though. I might even just pull up Michael Pittman again. And yeah, I will. Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, Cortland Sutton, Jaden Reed. Yeah, I'm Michael Pittman over all those guys. That's a fun start right there. 4 running backs, 4 receivers. But looking at this draft now that we're in with all of y'all, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. It's all pretty standard, which, I mean, makes sense. All you guys are very sharp. Like the first draft that I was in today, I joined before I started the stream, so no one got a chance to join it. And we got a sick team, man. We got an incredible team. So, yeah, you guys definitely make it tougher, but at least we can get the lobbies filled. Stockton just saw Burrow go at 83 in a BBM to a T. Higgins drafter. 7-8 turn. Wow. I actually have one team in Best Ball Mania where I took T. Higgins round 3. And then I got Joe Burrow round 7. I think I got Burrow at like 79 or 78. The reason I passed on Burrow in round 6 is because I also had Lamar with Zay Flowers, similar to Menabu right here. Actually, did I have Zay Flowers? Maybe. I might have. But yeah, feels really nice. And I've seen Burrow fall a little bit more often now. But never really happens in the drafts I'm in, unfortunately. I swear, I see Jamar Chase drafter get Burrow in like every draft that I'm in, except when I get Chase. When I get Chase, Burrow never falls to me, man. I'm telling you. All right, we're 2 picks away. Man, if I could get Caleb all the way at 84 with Rome, I will be so happy. I just said it, so it's probably not going to happen. These 2 guys both have no bears. Justin Herbert goes, we're 1 pick away. Come on, man. Give me Caleb at 84 with Rome. Come on, big squeeze. You've already cucked me a couple times. Taking it all the way down to the wire. Oh, dude, that was way too much suspense and ends up going with Purdy over Caleb. So I love it. Getting Caleb to fall right here is incredible. And I think I have to go with my 4th receiver again. And I think it is just Michael Pittman once again. I'm really tempted to take Harvey, really tempted to take Corum, but I'm taking Pittman. Doing it. Not afraid. I'm going to have so much Pittman in the eliminator, but to me, it just really feels like one of the best clicks I can make. And I'm back up on the clock in my other draft. Harold Fannin is here. I was saying that I wanted a little bit more Fannin, so I'm going to take him at 106. Wow, Mahomes went 105. Damn, I almost got Patrick Mahomes at 106. That would have been pretty sweet. And then I think I have to go with a quarterback with my next pick. Stafford, Nix, Kyler, Goff. Goff would be a stack with JMO, so I think I would lean towards that. Fannin at 106 is kind of nice. Maybe I could have taken 2 quarterbacks, though. Yeah, we'll take Goff in this one to stack with JMO. Pretty happy with that. Quentin Johnson at 91, man. Stockton saying, got to pull up T in the 3rd for the double. Yeah, I don't know if I've gotten there yet, man. I don't know. I might try that in like a cheap draft that comes out. I don't know if I want to risk it in a BBM. I don't know. I don't think I'll do that in a Best Ball Mania, but in a puppy, I think I would try that out. In August, you might as well. Burrow seems to fall pretty often to the 6th round if you don't have T or Chase. Sometimes he goes undrafted or unstacked though. I think one draft today we saw him go at like 55 unstacked. The casuals will like Joe Burrow. What is your this is too far of a fall line for you to take unstacked Burrow? I think it has to be the 80s. I think so. Yeah, once you reach to the 80s, it also just depends who else is on the board or off the board, right? Like if I have a Bears player, I'm going to take Caleb before I take an unstacked Burrow. But if you're looking at Burrow in like the 80s, like the back end of round 7, or like especially if he falls around 8, then yeah, like it feels like a no-brainer for me just to take him. You can still get some backstacks, but just like what he can do alone, he's so talented, man. Sanka's right. Even if you try the chase and tease, someone will just snag him anyways just to piss you off. Yeah. And the thing is, if you're streaming, then the likelihood of that is even higher. But man, I'm happy that Caleb didn't get sniped for me on this one. Caleb with Rome, really, really nice on this team. I think is really bringing this team together. And if I could get Dart as well, okay, Dart goes. Fanon would be fun though. I've been saying I want a little more Fanon in the Eliminator. This guy in front of me doesn't have a tight end either. And then I think I need to go with, okay, he goes Fanon. Kyler is a stack with JJ. Bo Nix is unstacked. Let's go Kyler. And then we're taking a receiver, Pearsall or Worthy. I do like Wandale as well, but I'm going to go with Worthy on this team. And then I'm on the clock in my other draft as well. Got to make this pick. Oof, rough range. I need another quarterback. Let's just take Darnold. Unstacked, doesn't matter. Might be able to get Shaheed on the way back. That's not bad. Although I might prefer Coker or Diggs over Shaheed. Casey Concepcion is still here as well in the 130s, but I don't like him in the Eliminator. I don't like him in other contests. Don't like that he plays for the Browns. And Denzel Boston's been looking good in camp. Jerry Jeudy's still being talked about as their number one, unless he gets traded. So I'm not feeling so good about the Casey Concepcion personally. Who would I rather have, though? Shaheed or Coker? I think I'm going to take Coker, actually. I love Shaheed. I think Coker might just end up being a little more consistent, which feels good in the Eliminator. Now, looking at this draft, we see Kittle go at 116, which is very interesting. Saw him go at like 130 in the last draft we did. These Eliminator exposures are very, very interesting to see because they're quite different from other contests. And even like within each Eliminator draft, players go all over the place. Like every draft feels completely different. Whereas like in Best Ball Manias or the Puppy, you kind of find yourself getting a lot of the same like players off the board in certain pockets of the draft. But sometimes you get like 1 to 2 round falls in the Eliminator just randomly. And then the next draft, you'll see that guy who fell just get pulled up 10 spots. Concepcion goes here at 121. That's a good example, man. Like Casey Concepcion went at 139 in the other draft that I'm in right now. And then goes at 121 in this draft. So it's almost a 20 pick difference just on one player. Really, really interesting to see. All right. Man, we're almost 3 hours into this live stream. I feel like this one's gone by quick. But it's fun when I can to do these long live streams and also just knock out some of these eliminators, because I will say drafting these eliminator teams are a lot more fun on stream than off stream, because streaming just makes it fun. I get to engage with you guys and then you guys get to join the draft with me. But off stream, drafting the eliminators just starts to feel really repetitive, because oftentimes I'm drafting like the same sort of structures and a lot like more similar players that I just prefer in this format. So I like doing them on stream when I can. And looking at my team right now, Caleb and Kyler at quarterback, I feel good about. Jacobs, James Cook, Montgomery, I feel good about. My 5 receivers, Justin Jefferson, DJ Moore, Romo Dunze, and Michael Pittman are quite nice. Matthew Golden's a big faller. I'm on the clock in my other draft. I need a tight end. Let's go Juwan. He's really the last one available. And, okay, I don't have any tight ends here either. Andrews, Goddard, we can look at. Probably going to take one of these guys no matter what. There's no running backs worth taking. All right, Andrews goes, so I'm taking Goddard for sure. Do I want a third quarterback? I don't think so. I think I go with a receiver instead. And it's always tough for me, man, to like have to pick one of these guys. Uh, we're gonna take Goddard first, and then Coker, Shaheed, Diggs. I guess Jaden Higgins is still here too. I just don't like him as much. Looking at this team, let's take Shaheed. I don't take him in the eliminator nearly as much as I do in other contests. Let's get a share right here. I'm actually really curious to see my exposure on these three guys. Shaheed, 13% in the eliminator, more than I actually would have expected. Diggs, 17, and then Coker, 14. So yeah, like I find myself drafting a receiver almost every time when it comes to like this turn around like the 130s. Just like Higgins, Coker, Shaheed, Diggs, they all feel like really good values. Running backs feel tapped out. I would have considered 2 tight ends if Andrews and Goddard were both there. But Shaheed also gives us a different bye week. We don't have any week 11 buys. So I'm happy mixing in a share right here. Plus, if I don't need a quarterback here. If I end up with just Caleb and Kyler, it's okay. Both are stacked quite nicely. Hey, appreciate you, Levernucky. Subscribe to Jiri so I can ask for some site credits. That's the goal, man. I'm sure I probably could ask now, but I think having 500 just looks better. You know, if I have 500 subscribers and then I ask, I think it looks a little better than what are we at now? 439. So hey, appreciate our new subscribers today. We're at 37 likes, man. If we could get to 40 likes, that would mean a lot. If we could hit that number, I would really, really appreciate it. Fernando Mendoza off the board. Oh, that's my other draft. Y'all can't see that one. I'm 5 picks away in my other draft. I'm trying to stay locked in because it is a pretty nice team. I got my third quarterback as well with Rodgers to stack with Dowdle and Pittman. I might actually stop at 4 running backs in this other draft. I have JT, Henry, David Montgomery, and Rico Dowdle. Henry and JT, they both have week 13 buys, but chances that we get to week 13 anyways are probably pretty low. But there's a chance. There's a chance. Denzel Boston's still here. Never mind, he got taken. Jerry Jeudy would be a pretty fun 6th receiver. I would definitely take Jerry Jeudy if he's there. This guy, Big Nick, is just taking his full clock. And he takes Malik Washington over Jerry Jeudy, so I'll be happy with that. Brenton Strange off at 151 over here. Trey Tucker, 152. Naylor is still there. Juwan Johnson is still there. Gadsden, Rogers. Got a lot of options. We have a lot of options with this pick. I do need more running backs too. Something to keep in mind. I think in this other draft, I'm just going to take my 3rd tight end. Harold Fannin, Juwan Johnson. Pat Frymouth, sure. On the clock here, I'm taking Juwan Johnson for sure. I have to get my 2nd tight end. Jalen Naylor is really interesting, but I already have 6 receivers. I think I take Dylan Sampson as my 4th running back. Yeah, that's going to be the play. Juwan Johnson as our 2nd tight end, and then Dylan Sampson is my 3rd running back. I was really considering Aaron Rodgers as a third quarterback, but I think I needed the tight end and running back more on this one. So I do think that's the right decision. Let's do a little recap. We have a 2-4-6-2, pretty balanced. Kyler Murray and Caleb Williams at quarterback. We have Caleb stacked up with Rome. So getting Caleb at 84 when we took Rome at 61 feels really nice. And then Kyler stacked up with Jefferson. I don't take Jefferson a lot, so I don't end up taking Kyler a lot. And when I take Jefferson, it's kind of a bet on Kyler as well. So I'm happy to stack them up together. Running backs, James Cook, Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, and Dylan Sampson. We have 2 week 11s in Jacobs and Sampson, but that's okay. We're going to be drafting 5 anyways. Receivers, Justin Jefferson, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Michael Pittman, Xavier Worthy, and Rashid Shaheed. Worthy, we do see fall quite a bit in the eliminator. I think we could afford him on this team. 1, he has a different bye week. And 2, we have steady Eddie guys like Michael Pittman and DJ Moore. So getting a spike week guy like Worthy and Shaheed, I think works. And then Dallas Goedert, Juwan Johnson feels like a really, really solid first 2 tight ends. So I like how these teams are all coming together today, honestly. I don't think we drafted any bad teams, surprisingly, because this is draft number 5, and then I'm doing number 6 on the side right now off screen, which is also coming together really, really nicely. I only have 2 more picks in this one too. Yo, what's up, Hartman? Great to see you. Yo, Hartman was live earlier today too for a long, long time. I didn't see how long he finished. I think I might have started while you were still going, but yeah, Hartman's been crushing it, man. Absolutely crushing it. If y'all have not subscribed to Hartman, definitely check him out. Well worth it. I'm queuing someone else up in the other draft I'm in. Let's take a look at this draft board. We're bouncing all over the place, man. I'm taking Booty. Love me some Kayshon Booty. Now, looking at my running backs in this draft, I know y'all can't see right now, but I have Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, David Montgomery, and Rico Dowdle. I'm really considering just stopping at 4. Or I take like a 5th, like James Conner. But I think a tight end, or sorry, I think a receiver might actually help my team more. Who would I want to take, though? You know what? Maybe I'd take like also, am I on the clock here? Okay, I'm 1 pick away. I can't forget. I can't forget. Let's take a random Torrey Horton share. I never take him, but I have an unstacked Darnold, so why not take Torrey Horton for my last round 18 click? Now, we are on the clock over here. What do I need? I need another running back. I need another tight end. I need receiver and quarterback. Shoot. I feel like taking Terrence Ferguson on this team, so I'm going to do it. And then if I want one more receiver, I could take him here, or I could take a running back. Let's take Jaden Blue on this team. I think it could be fun. We'll take Jaden Blue and then push receiver to our last turn. I'll do that. I know there's been some running backs I like around 17, 18 in the eliminator, but locking up Jaden Blue, it's fun to get a handcuff on a team like this. He also has a really late bye week if he does just happen to end up being the starter if something happens to Javonte. So grabbing Jaden Blue right here, just getting the guy. I'm happy with it. And we hit 40 likes, so appreciate all of y'all for that. Thank you very much, man. We've been going for 3 hours and 9 minutes. My goodness, time flies. It's 5 p.m. here. Fuck, dude. I got to leave for work in 2 hours and 20 minutes. Shoot, man. Oh, my goodness. But you know what? It's a worthy investment because we're spending our time well right now, drafting some great teams. Love to see it. And I'm happy to get more and more volume in this eliminator as well. Because now, let's see. I have 65 left. Is that true? Let me refresh just to make sure. 65 eliminators left. Not bad. It means we've done 85. Yeah, 65 left. But there's not going to be that much time left in this contest. I'm telling you. I give it 3 weeks max. So that's still like 20 drafts a week, 21 drafts a week, pretty much. So we got to do like 3 drafts a day in the eliminator on average. If it fills when we expect it to. Okay, Underzet goes Tua here. That kind of sucks for us because I was thinking about taking Tua as my third quarterback. I like taking Tua as a third quarterback, even unstacked. I think in the eliminator, it just feels really strong. But not today. That's what I'm saying, man. Drafting with these guys like Underzet makes it tough. 4 quarterbacks. Who Levernucky was saying something about the 4 quarterbacks. But I think Underzet did it right on this one. I mean, he took Tyler Shuck, Bryce Young, Mendoza, and Tua. 4 running backs really early, though. Bijan, Love, Kyron, and Chuba. So, yeah, when you stop at 4 running backs, it definitely gives you flexibility for one other position. And then Tucker Kraft, TJ Hawkinson, 2 tight ends. Curious to see if you're going to go with one more receiver or one more tight end. Also has neighbors, too. Very, very interesting build right there. Okay, I got 2 more picks. Man, I'm so out on Jonah Coleman. But seeing him still here in round 17 is pretty surprising. I think this is where he should be going in the 200s. Although I already took my 5th running back, so I'm done at 5 no matter what. Are there any quarterbacks worth taking? I don't think so. So it looks like I'm just going to take an extra receiver or running back. And man, if Jonah Coleman's there, do I just take him? This would literally be my first share. I don't need 6 running backs, but I also don't really need 8 receivers or 4 tight ends. So why not, dude? Let's make this my very first share of Jonah Coleman. Post-draft. And then receiver, who do I want? There's a ton of options, man. I might even just be feeling some Christian Kirk on this team. Y'all know I love the Kayshon Boutte. I love the Keenan Allen. I'm kind of feeling some Christian Kirk, though. We don't have any week 8 buys. And he's another guy who could just start really strong in the eliminator. So I'm going to take a share here. Fucking Jonah Coleman, man. I have 1 share of Jonah Coleman, okay? I'll be happy with it. And at pick 204, why not, man? 40 picks past ADP. Okay, I'll mix him in 40 picks past ADP. Even though I don't need a 6th running back, I would have preferred like a 3rd quarterback in Tua. Maybe I should have taken Tua at the last turn instead of Jaden Blue, but whatever. Let's do a little recap. We have a 2, 6, 7, 3. Caleb Williams, Kyler Murray at our quarterbacks. Running backs, James Cook, Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, Dylan Sampson, Jaden Blue, and Jonah Coleman. Receivers, Justin Jefferson, DJ Moore, Roman Dunze, Michael Pittman, Xavier Worthy, Rashid Shaheed, and Christian Kirk. Yeah, we don't need 8 receivers on this team. Not when we have JJ. So why not just take Jonah Coleman? Tight ends, Dallas Goedert, Juwan Johnson, Terrence Ferguson. Really happy with those 3 as well. So a little thin at quarterback, but honestly, Caleb and Kyler really aren't a bad 2 quarterback combo. So pretty happy with this team and how it came together. And I'll show you guys the other eliminator draft that I was doing off screen. I need to name all these ones too, man. We've done 6 drafts today. This is the one I did on the side. Went with a 3-4-8-3. Jared Goff, Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers as my 3 quarterbacks. See, when Goff is my first, I definitely want 3. When Caleb is my first, I have a little more wiggle room. Running backs, Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Dave Montgomery, Rico Dowdle. We do have 2 week 13 buys in Henry and Taylor, but Dowdle and Montgomery still 2 good options as well. Receivers, Zay Flowers, Jamison Williams, Parker Washington, Michael Pittman, Jalen Coker, Jerry Jeudy, Kayshon Boutte, and Torrey Horton. I just took Torrey Horton as like a last round dart throw swing, just as a stack with Sam Darnold. And as my 8th receiver, I would rather take a guy with higher upside and more like 0 potential than a guy like Keenan Allen or Christian Kirk. Tight ends, Harold Fannin, Juwan Johnson, Pat Freiermuth. So been wanting to get a little more Fannin, we decided. Happy we got to share Juwan Johnson and Freiermuth as my 2nd and 3rd. Feel good. I do have 3 Pittsburgh Steelers with Rodgers, but they're all so cheap that yeah, I think it's good, man. Hey, appreciate you. You can't stop me. Number 1, saying this was fun. Hey, thanks for tuning in. And you look like a new name as well. So subscribe if you're new, man. We appreciate it, and we're streaming every single day, so we're having a lot of fun here every day, man. And it is wild to think that statistically half our teams are gone after week 1. Absolutely nuts. Oh, you were in here at pick 3, Ivy Joneson. Hey, appreciate you, man. I'm sure you're talking about the other draft because this one, no one was really in, but in here at 3, Ivy Joneson with the Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. Love to see it, man. Great. Yeah, great looking draft right here. Nice little Jordan Mason. Receivers, absolutely smash. T-Mac as your 4th, really nice. Good tight ends too. So, another sharp member of the community. And we got Goofy Chicken Fantasy. Dude, I love when you hop in my chat because I get to do that, and it's just so much fun. Now, I'm probably gonna end the stream, but I did say we will try Big Dog Roulette one more time. Will it hit? Big Dog Roulette. Oh, I need to pause it. I've done so many drafts today, man, that I'm out of money. We don't have $500 in our account anymore. All right, I'm taking my phone out to deposit right now. Okay, we'll try this again. Should be good. Big Dog Roulette. Will it hit? Not today. Waiting for 8. Man, we got close, though. We got waiting for 1. We got waiting for 1 earlier. But, yeah. It was a fun stream, man. We're going to end it there today. Come back tomorrow, man. We've been going for over 3 hours. I love you. Joy's beautiful. And we're going to end this stream. Happy Sunday. Hey, damn it. Hey, down. Hey, boy. Yo. Oh, fuck. Oh, dude, I just fell off my stool, too. Yo, what a way to end this stream. Okay.